Hello, 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 hello. Right. How are we all doing? I see Ben. Hello, Ben. Hope you're doing well. Joe, I'll join soon. No problem at all. Join when you can. No problems. Yeah, hope you're all doing well. I thought we'd do a bit of a live stream tonight. So I actually wanted to do one last night, but I was super tired, so I just sort of went to bed, kinda. Like the webcam position. Good. I made it a little bit bigger, only a tiny bit bigger, and then moved it up and sort of moved the subscriber notification thing down. Good. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Not too bad at all. I worked today, so I was at work till 6. So only got home at like 6:30 and made dinner. Well, Monique made dinner. And, yeah, had a quick dinner, and then I went and took a shower because I was very, like, sweaty and all at work. A lot of physical work today. It wasn't a great day at work, to be honest. It was a bit of it wasn't like a bad day, but it was just like not a good day. It was just like, so yeah, I don't know. It was I don't know. It was just one of those like meh days, at work, unfortunately. So, yeah, but it's okay. I'm off tomorrow, so that's okay. But yeah, I thought I'm sort of like tired, but I wanted to just sort of chill at my PC tonight anyway, so I thought let's live stream, why not? Could you sell field above 3? Yeah, I think, is it field 2? I was actually thinking about that. I think we spoke about it very briefly. Yeah, that field. We might actually end up selling that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's worth 450,000. I didn't actually realize that we had that field. I think what we will do is we don't really need the money right now. What we will do is prep these 2 fields. Where are we at in terms of the season? We can plant canola at the moment. And we can plant wheat or barley really soon. So maybe we'll do prep on like field 6. Because that's the smallest, or the smaller field that we've got. I definitely want to get into like animals and stuff. So I'm going to keep the grass fields. But we'll do like field prep on 6 and see how long it takes. If that's going to take too long, then we'll sell 2. Because, yeah, it's just sort of like, then we'll use that to get into animals. So, yeah, let's do that. We'll look into it. I'm back. I know you were waiting for me. Oh, hi. Potato, hi. I was going to say there was something with the quality of the stream, but it was set in 144p. Goodness me. Yeah, that would look pretty horrible. I did set this stream to ultra low latency. So the latency is as low as it can go, because last time in the stream there was like probably a good 30-second or so delay. So hopefully it's like really, really low at the moment. We'll see if that sort of carries through the duration of the stream. Normally it's quite quick in the start anyway, but I think when you get to like a 2 or 3 hour mark in a stream, it probably lags a little bit. But fingers crossed, the ultra low latency works. So, yeah, because I'm not on like a super high upload speed here. We have fiber to home, so there's a fiber line coming straight into our house, and then I run a Cat 6e cable from there to my PC. So we've got a 500 megabyte download speed, but it's only a 50 megabyte upload. But I mean, I probably won't. I stream at 12,000 bitrate. So I shouldn't need any more than about 15 megabyte upload anyway. But 50 is what we're on. In South Africa, we want a 200 up, 200 down. But South Africa is a tricky place to stream. Because it's just not a lot of servers and stuff available. So what did you eat for dinner? What did we eat for dinner? The hell, I can't remember. That was like 20 minutes ago. Hey? Oh my goodness. Literally 20 minutes ago I had dinner. I can't remember what it was. Oh, we had like Prego rolls. That's what we had. We just made something quick. So we didn't make like a fancy dinner or anything tonight. We just had like Prego rolls. Do you know what a Prego roll is? I don't know if it's called Prego rolls all over the world. Us South Africans call them Prego rolls. So I hate when that happens. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite bad with that generally anyway. Prego rolls is basically like minute steaks. And then you sort of cook it with like a spicy sauce. And then you basically just put it in like a hamburger bun. Although we couldn't find like really nice hamburger buns, so we put it in more like a... What are they called? I don't know, like just a different type of bun, I guess. They're sort of like more squarish and probably a bit more... I wouldn't say clumpy, but a bit more heavy than a hamburger bun. But yeah, it's kind of... It's just like a... We would normally make it in South Africa for like a lunch. So a sandwich. Yeah, kind of, but brioche buns. Goodness me, I don't know. So yeah, it's just sort of like, yeah, minute steaks in like a nice spicy sauce type thing. And usually some like a sloppy joe. It could be. I don't actually have my phone with me. I don't know where my phone is. I think my phone's downstairs. Because I know a sloppy joe means different things around the world as well. Like, for us, a sloppy joe is a potato that's hollowed out with, like, mince on the inside. Like mince meat on the inside. We would call that a sloppy joe. But it might be a Sloppy Joe. So yeah, in terms of the yeah, in terms of the farming, I think we are gonna. I think doing field 2 with 3 and 6 is a long job, so I think you should sell 2. Yeah, we might do. I think we'll probably end up selling 2, and because I don't think there's anything on it at the moment. Actually, let's go have a look at it real quick. We'll probably end up selling field 2 and using that to get into animals. But we'll do field 6 first because we don't really need the money right now. How do I get to field? I think I turn right out of here. It's cultivated. Ah. Depends what you would define as a Sloppy Joe. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Do you have any members of the channel? No. No, we don't have any members at the moment. I don't think... Oh, yeah, this is field 2. It is a big field. No, we don't have any channel members at the moment, I don't think. I kind of don't mind because there's not... It's not something that I'm like worried about, channel members and stuff, because there's not a huge amount that I can offer at the moment. Yeah, this is a massive field. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use this. We'll probably end up selling this. I can almost guarantee we'll sell that. It's just too big. So we'll sell that a little bit later on though, but yeah, it'll just be too much work. I would rather put that time and effort into cattle. Or pigs or something. Sheep maybe. I like sheep. No channel members at the moment. But like I said, there's not a huge amount that I can offer at the moment for channel members. And also I need to work on like emotes and member badges and things like that. And that'll probably only then. And I guess when I can live stream a bit more on a consistent basis, it would be more beneficial, I guess, to become a channel member. But I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. Right, let's see what this field needs. So we're gonna turn on field info. Okay, so this needs lime and it needs plowing. Are we gonna lime first? We'll probably lime first and then we'll plow. Goodness me, that's gonna be a big field. We do have a massive plow though. Should be a gate on the right. Yeah. What's your favorite number? 1 to 5. My favorite number, 1 to 5. Probably 3, I would say. Quite like the number 3. I don't actually know what my favorite number is overall, like outside of 1 to 5. I don't really know. Okay, lime. We have a spreader. I think we'll probably have to use the John Deere for the spreader. So, wrong John Deere. I don't think the Massey will cope with it too well. I think it'll look a bit strange. Yours is even numbers. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the number 10, but I feel like I'm not allowed to have number 10 as my lucky number because that's my sister's lucky number. I know since she was a kid, 10 was her lucky number. So I don't know. But how do I get to the shop again? It's left and then left again. I generally don't have like a lot of favorite anythings. I think it very much depends on how I feel on the day. Like my favorite food today probably wouldn't be the same as my favorite food tomorrow. And then yeah, I guess the same with sort of like colors. It depends what we're talking about. Like, I like green, but I wouldn't want a green car. if that made sense. I would like a green tractor. I don't know. I don't really, like I say, I'm not really a favorites person. I don't have a lot of, like, favorite things. Like I say, I think it very much depends on the day. You were born on an odd number. That's why you like even numbers. Right. Well, maybe that's why I like odd numbers. Well, I wouldn't say I like odd numbers. I just like number 3. But generally, yeah, I don't like odd numbers. Like, I wouldn't like number 7. You're gonna come back in 5 to 10 minutes. No problem, Joe. No problem at all. What are you guys... Would you like... Let's say you controlling the... like the volume on a TV or in the radio or on the radio in the car. Would you be able to put that radio or the TV or something, the volume on like 7 or 9? Because I just can't. It has to be a 5 or a 0. So it can't be like... I mean, and if it absolutely has to, it can be like a 12. But it can't be 11. It can't be 13. It can't be 14. It can't be 16, 17, or 19. It can maybe be 18. But it really has to be a 15, like 10 or 15 or 20, 25, 30. It can't be in between. It just... Oh, that annoys the life out of me. And the problem is, Monique doesn't care. She doesn't care. She'll happily put the TV on 17. And I'll just look at her and go, fix it. And she'll be, fix what? I'm just like, fix the volume. It can't be on 17. And she'll, why not? It's because it can't. It's just wrong. Do you have a good map for Farming Simulator 19? No Man's Land. No Man's Land map is really, really, really good. And Sandy Bay is fantastic. I absolutely loved Sandy Bay. Unfortunately, I never really got to play it. Sandy Bay was actually going to be my Farming Simulator 19 live stream map. But yeah, I would say Sandy Bay or No Man's Land. Really good. I'm thinking 4,000 is probably not going to be enough here. We're going to go through that very quickly. None of his maps from FS19 and 17 will be coming to FS22. No way. No. Because didn't he make Sandy Bay? And Millennial Farmer, didn't he make... Who made the Millennial Farmer map and the Welkers map? Because they were brilliant. I have to say, I really, really enjoyed the Millennial Farmer map. That's another map that you can look at for Farming Simulator 19. The Welker Farms map and the Millennial Farmer map. And then Sandy Bay and No Man's Land. They were like my favorites. But I have to say, I really, really, really enjoyed the Millennial Farmer map. Never did it on like recordings or live streams or anything. But I actually did spend quite a lot of time just sort of off camera playing that map. Now I don't really play while I'm not recording or live streaming on farming anymore, because I just don't have time anymore. But yeah, when I had the time, Millennial Farmer was normally the one I went to. Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't even get time to watch other people anymore. I used to watch a lot of Millennial Farmer and Welker Farms and a lot of Daggerwin stuff. And some of the other Farming Simulator guys as well. I used to watch actually a lot of content where now I haven't watched anything basically since we arrived in Ireland. I have not watched anything from Daggerwin. Actually, I'm heading the wrong way. We want to go to field 6. Let's turn around here. I haven't watched anything from Daggerwin for a long time. Like, I would keep my eye on his channel just to sort of see what's happening or what's going on, so I don't sort of completely don't know what he's up to, because I do enjoy his content a lot. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time to watch any of it. Someday I'll sort of, yeah, hopefully have a bit more time again. And I don't know when that'll be. This is field 15. I never played 19 ever. Really? Huh. Interesting. I'm going to give the stream a like, if that's okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, give it a like. Why not? I see we've got 4 likes so far. I think we ended up with like 20 or something on the last stream. My coffee's getting cold. Oh, sorry. I keep on hitting this pop filter. I would love to take this pop filter off just because it's so bulky compared to the mic. But there's a huge difference in audio quality if you do. And also the little foam filter on the mic. I would like to get one of them for the Yeti. That's my Yeti sitting over there, the blue Yeti. That I would love to use, but I need a foam filter for it. And I don't know where to get one. Because without the foam filter, especially in my studio the way it is at the moment, which is quite empty, that picks up quite a heavy echo, which this one doesn't. So that's why I'm still on this. Even though I've had the Yeti for like 3 months. In fact, I had the Yeti for like a month before I even took it out the box. It's all about time. I just, oh goodness me, I just don't have enough time to do anything at the moment. It sucks. My headset is currently damaged. 3 places. Goodness me, what happened to it? Did you like fling it across the room or something? Right. Oh my goodness, did I? No way. Did I buy fertilizer? I bought 8 bags of fertilizer instead of lime. Genius. Absolute freaking genius. Do we need fertilizer on here? Probably not. We can actually fertilize it. The microphone is facing the wrong way and I lost the filter. And one of the earbuds are loose. Goodness me. Sounds like time for a new headset there. Right, so that's... yeah. Right, so we're fertilizing. I mean, we might as well. We've got it here, and we're going to have to do it at some point anyway. It'll just mean that we don't have to put fertilizer in when we're sowing. Because I think our seeder does actually take fertilizer. If I remember correctly, the one that I bought will take seed and fertilizer. So we just don't have to load it up with fertilizer. We'll probably load it up with a little bit, just in case there's some spots that we maybe miss. But this thing has got a super wide spread, so it wouldn't take very long at all. So might as well get it done. Why not? I actually would like to replace my headset. So, do you have the 6MT, 9MT subsoiler installed for plowing? I think I do. But we do own a Mahusive plow anyway that we can put behind the big John Deere, so we'll probably end up using that. But the subsoiler does work really, really well. I use that a lot in Farming Simulator 19, and I do have it installed, if I'm not mistaken, on here as well. I have 3 games I want to play. I ain't spending anything on a new headset. It's working fine, kinda. Yeah. Yeah, I sort of wanna... I sort of want to replace this headset, even though it is fairly new. So my old headset was a Corsair... No, I lie. It was a Logitech set. A G933 or a 633 or a something like that. Wired headphones, which was a really, really, really nice set set of headphones. And they lasted me years and years and years. But eventually, one of the speakers, I guess, stopped working, and I had to replace them. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna go wireless. So I got these ones, which ironically is plugged in at the moment. So I got these ones. They are the Corsair something 70. S70 or whatever. I think it's S70. So I got them. So they're wireless, and I have to say the battery lasts a really long time in them. But I don't like the wireless because it interferes with my recordings. I have to be very, very careful when I charge them and things like that, because if you leave them plugged in like they are now, eventually the lady will come on and say something like headphones on or something, and it'll make sort of like the disconnect sound from Windows. So that'll happen when it's like fully charged, and then after a little while the lady will come back on and she'll be like charging battery, and you can turn her off, but if you turn her off it'll just beep at you and you don't know what's going on. So I just leave the voice on, so I have to make sure before I record and stuff that it's charged up. And it's quite a faff to see how high the battery level on them are, because you have to go into the software and then sort of open the little thing to get a... Yeah, so it's you can't just sort of like see, oh, that's the battery level. The biggest problem, though, that I can cope with, it's not a problem. Although I would just go back to wired, because I end up having the thing plugged in most of the time anyway, and it really doesn't bother me. So I would just go wired again, unless I have quite a bit of money and I can get like the Steel Series Arctis 9 or Arctis 7 or whatever it is, where you can sort of like open the side panel, take the battery out, and the battery goes into like the docking thing, and then there's a spare in there and you just pop it in and off you go. So that would be really, really, really handy, because you just swap batteries out. They are very nice, but they're very expensive. So if I go wireless, I'll go with them. I think they're Arctis 9 or Arctis 7 or something like that, from Steel Series, but they are very pricey. But the biggest thing that I was going to say about these ones is they're great, except for a couple of small things. Like I said, the biggest problem is the cups on them are leather cups, and my Logitechs were like the fabric that was breathable. So with these ones, your ears start to get really hot after a while, but that I can still deal with. What I can't deal with, what I'm really struggling with these ones, is because they're leather and they kind of seal around your ear. There's not an open back or anything on them. I get like nausea from them. I get like really bad nausea if I wear them too long. So to the point where I actually keep tablets for nausea close by. So when I do a lot of recording, like if I do 2 episodes of the roleplay series in the same day, I would have to take tablets so that I don't get nauseous from the headphones. So that is my biggest issue with them, and I have actually gone online to see if I can get replacement cups for them that would be like a mesh rather than leather, and I can't seem to find any. And also I've seen people try and replace these and it looks like a faff. You basically have to break the headphones to replace the cups anyway, so no. I'm back. Welcome back. I like wireless, so I do use it, say if I have to go somewhere. Yeah, I guess so. Like, in the beginning when I just got the wireless stuff, or these wireless headphones, I thought it was pretty cool because I would like go to the kitchen and make a coffee and keep the headphones on and I can still listen to like a stream or whatever. Although I had to put the dongle on a USB extension cable and have it quite high up in the room for it to sort of have signal throughout the house. If it was just plugged into the back of the case, it wouldn't really get a signal any further than like the next room. But then after a while, it's just sort of like I just took them off anyways, because again, I don't get a lot of time at the moment to watch streams and stuff, and when I do, it's normally a VOD. I don't watch it live because most people that I watch are either live when I'm at work or they're on the other side of the planet, so they're live when I'm asleep. So normally I watch VODs anyway, so I would just pause and go do whatever I want to do and come back. So I mean, don't get me wrong, wireless headsets are great. They've definitely got a time and a place. I just don't think for my scenario they're any more useful than a wireless or a wired set. The other thing as well that I'm always concerned about is with the wireless stuff is because I enjoy racing. Can you imagine you're in the middle of a 1 hour or 1.5 hour iRacing race and your headset dies? You have to stop the car. Okay, I think that's everything. You have to stop the car to plug your headset in. That would be less than ideal. Okay, so that is fertilized, even though I wasn't planning on doing that. It's done now. So let's go drop all of the fertilizer off that we paid an absolute fortune for, and go get some lime. Oops. I didn't quite catch what headphones you used, but I used a pair of Logitech G Pro X. Oh, I don't know what they look like. The ones that I had were G933 or 633 or something like that. I know it was 33. Well, I think it was G633. Quite old ones. Well, I guess now they're quite old. But they were a decent pair of headphones, although the audio quality wasn't great on them. I thought at the time that it was amazing. Actually, where are we going to drop this? Maybe let's drop it back here. I thought at the time that the audio quality was good, and it sounded good until I got these ones, and I realized that all my videos, I sound like I'm sitting in a tin can. So that was like, ooh, I never realized that. Unless it's just these headphones that are like a bit weird. So I don't know. Let's see if we can just drop it off sort of in that gap. Over here. Oh, goodness me. Right. Yep, that's a lot of fertilizer. Okay. Do you get like a container or something where you can drop all of that into like up here? What are these things for? Could I bring all of that fertilizer and drop it into here? The silo is empty. Are they Ah, it's liquid fertilizer. Never mind. But do you get any like containers where we can drop all of that fertilizer into? That would be really, really handy, rather than having it sit in a million bags. I'm pretty sure we got more bags that popped out of that thing than what we put into it. Not sure how that works, but yeah. As for liquid fertilizer, yeah. Your streams are perfect timing for me. Good. Yeah, I think the timing is gonna work well for most people. Like, well, I guess everyone that's sort of in Europe. Maybe on a weekend it'll be okay for Australians, because now it's probably about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning for Australians. So if you get up early and you're in Australia, then you'll probably catch a stream. I think it's a bit off for like America. I think America at the moment is probably like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning or something. But yeah, I think generally, I think the timing is okay. I think I'll probably try every now and again to do like a morning stream, just to catch some of the other time zones for some of the other people that want to pop in. But yeah, I think it works out okay. He went to the shop in game, was trying to buy lime, but he purchased fertilizer. Yeah. Oh, Bandit. Hi. I completely missed you there. Sorry. I still haven't got FS22 yet. I need a new monitor for my PC. Oh no. What happened to your monitor? Right, so we are buying lime. Lime. Not fertilizer. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. How much did we spend? We bought almost $13,000 of fertilizer that I didn't want. I mean, we needed it anyway, so we would have ended up buying it, but yeah, that sucked. Yeah, Bandit, I'm glad to see you back on the channel. We had a brief conversation in the comment section there. Right, what did I miss? I didn't quite catch. Oh, that was the headphones. Why is this not loading? Ah, there we go. Oh, the liquid fertilizer. Do you have the silo mods? That's a good question. Let's see. Silo extensions. Water tank. Silos. So I think this will only be for grain, wouldn't it be? Farm silo. Silo for bulk. Could it be silo for seeds? Silo for fertilizer. Would it be this? Silo for fertilizer. If I place that down, would we be able to actually put stuff into it? Or can we only pull stuff out of it? Oh, we can. Haha, for 10,000. That might be worth it. And lime. Ah. Nice. What monitor are you thinking of buying? Yeah. I would actually like to know as well. Looks like it overheated and the bottom half is just all dark now. Ooh. That's not good. The AI in Sandy Bay 19 are absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Is it Sandy Bay where you can get traffic fines as well? Was it Sandy? Yeah, I think it is Sandy Bay. When you come sort of around the bottom of the farm, there's, I think there's 2 traffic cameras, like speed cameras on the map. You know how many times I've got fined on that place? Your change of name really threw me off. I had no idea it was you until a few days ago. I clicked to see who you were showing up in my feed, and there you were. Yeah, I think the channel sort of rebrand probably called out a lot of people, and it was somewhat unplanned. I mean, I thought about it for a little while, but it wasn't like a huge planned thing. I should probably do a post every once in a while just to sort of like, just like a community post that'll pop up in everyone's sort of subscribe feed, where I say, just in case you missed it, the channel got rebranded, so people sort of know who I am. But yeah, I mean, it's been a while, so I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you sort of figured it out. There's police driving around. Oh yeah, I remember that. Would they actually give you a fine if they're just driving around? I don't know. Right, we're gonna have 1 extra bag there, so we'll just leave it there for now. It's fine, we'll pick it up later. Ooh, this is heavy. Heavy. But yeah, I think a lot of people, even now still, and probably for the next few months, I would say, are probably gonna get these videos in their feed and be like, who's this guy? Not a clue. But they'll probably figure it out. I did notice that I had quite a lot of, I lost a lot of subscribers for a while. So probably a lot of people going, oh, I don't know who this guy is, and just unsubscribe. So, but that's okay. It's fine. It's probably people that wouldn't really watch anyway. So, it's not a big deal. It's okay. I won't rebrand again though. That's it. It's just that rebrand, and we're all done. So, hopefully we'll just sort of carry on from here. Question: what are your work hours every day, if you don't mind me asking? I work 9 till 6 every day, but I basically leave home at 8:30 and I get home at about 6:30. My days that I work vary for the most part. At the moment, we are still closed on Sundays, but that's probably going to change pretty soon. I would say probably in the next few weeks. We'll start opening on a Sunday for half day, like at 12 till 6 on a Sunday. But for the moment, because we're closed on a Sunday, I'm off every Sunday. I missed the field again. U-turn. So I'm off every Sunday and usually off every Wednesday. So a Wednesday and a Sunday off, which kind of works out okay because I usually spend the Sunday getting most of the content ready for the next week, and then spend the Wednesday making the content for the next Monday. So basically the Wednesday is spent making the content for the next Monday, and then the Sunday is used making the content for the next Wednesday and Friday. So that's usually how it works out. Okay, we are back on the right field with the right materials. We now have lime, hopefully. Goodness me. Right. Let's get this thing limed. Why does it seem like it's missing some stuff on the edges there? Maybe it's just the way it's painted. Lime does go really, really quickly though, compared to fertilizer. I mean, I know it's a lot cheaper, but goodness me. It really does go very, very quickly. And it's a pain to drive up and down to the shops. That's why I normally try and get a lime sort of dispenser thing. We'll look at those silos soon. See if we can... We'll maybe get the... Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll get the lime one. because I want that anyway. So if I can't refill it out of the bags, it's not a problem because I want it anyway. But I'm not too bothered about having a fertilizer one. So if we can refill it, we'll get a fertilizer one as well. If we can't, we'll probably just get the lime one. And we'll just do fertilizer in the bags because it lasts a long time and it's not that much of a pain to store either. When are the other uploads? Basically, at this point, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 o'clock GMT is when the videos go out. So at this point, Monday and Friday is roleplay, and then Wednesday is the farming diary, which is sort of like a podcast style video thing, but there's something new coming very, very soon. I don't know if it's like this week soon or next week soon, but very soon. Within the next, let's say, 2 weeks soon. Coming that is gonna fall on Wednesday. So that and the farming diaries is gonna alternate Wednesdays. So you'll still have the role play on Monday and Fridays, and then 1 week you'll have the farming diaries, and the next week you'll have the other series, which is a surprise. But yeah, so I was actually thinking about that literally yesterday. I thought that I want to put my upload schedule on the channel art, so if people go onto like the homepage, they can see when my uploads actually happen. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably have to do that at some point. I thought, but it's probably not that important, but obviously it is. So but yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll get it up there at some point. Apparently you'll get fined €3 for driving exactly 30 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. Really? That's dodgy. That's really dodgy. The spreader looks glitched. I actually noticed that as well there. It's fine now, but when we were coming the other way, it didn't look okay. It wasn't sort of spreading properly. It looked a bit weird. I saw that as well, and I thought maybe it's just like the way the camera is facing or something, but yeah, I don't know what that was about. Seems to be okay now. Oh my goodness. Do you guys go back for these little spots as well, or is it just me? Because I just noticed that we missed a little spot. Do you see the spot? And I just can't leave them. Do you see the spot there? Do you guys go back for them as well, or is that just me? Probably just me. I have to go back for them. And I spot them. I see them. Yeah, I would. Okay, so it's not just me. Because, I mean, oh, they just wind me up, those little pieces. I wonder if everyone, how many... Oh, you go back for them as well. Oh, everyone goes back for them. Okay, well, now I don't feel as bad. Everyone does that. Okay, well, that's... I thought it was just me. I feel so bad every now and again, like in the roleplay series. I try and not do it because of that reason. But in the roleplay series, I have to be a bit more sort of lenient in terms of what I go back for. Like in the time lapses and stuff, because it can make the time lapses sort of jerky if I start reversing back and things for little spots that I missed. So I have to sort of get over the sort of OCD-ness a little bit and just think about sort of the video quality side of things. And sometimes I feel so bad because I'll miss a spot and I know that it's going to show up on the video and I know it's going to annoy so many people. But I just have to sort of leave it. So, yeah, if you see them, I see them as well. I just can't go back for them because it'll make sort of like for bad video, I guess. So, yeah, sorry. Can you square it off? Yeah, that was annoying me as well. So I'm trying to sort of square it off here a little bit. Trying to get a bit more of a straight line going. See, the problem is with those, like with the OCD-ness of something like that. And I found it a lot in the Farming Simulator 19 series that I did, the 100 episode series, is when I was making new fields, I would obviously use GPS to make most of them. If they were square fields, I would use GPS, but I was so picky of getting the corners and everything absolutely perfect that there's no like one piece of anything just popping out or a corner just rounded off. Everything had to be like really square, and it's probably sort of wrong to do it that way, especially when creating a field, but I just couldn't help myself. I was just like, nope, it has to be perfectly square. I mean, it'll never be like that in real life, but it was just like, I can see it and it bothers me, so I'm gonna fix it. So yeah, I try and be less like that, I guess, in the roleplay series now, to keep it as realistic as possible. So if I do miss a bit and things, it's just like, but yeah. Sometimes when extending a new field, I try to keep them the same lime and fertilizer percent. So I do some harvest, then I do everything evenly. Ah. So when you're extending a new field. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, I would sort of, I would do sort of a similar thing. Love that Mercedes MB track in the roleplay vids. Yeah, Zach's MB track is really nice. I would like to buy that. I really would. I would love to buy that. But I think Zach loves it a bit more than what I do at this point, so he probably wouldn't sell it to us. I don't think we'll take ownership of that anytime soon, if ever. I think there's a modded Amazon spreader on Mod Hub for the working with. Ah. The working width on this isn't too bad though. I don't really mind it. Oh, we're gonna have to go back for more lime. Oh, I'm missing spots. I'm trying to sort of not overlap too much. 42 meter, goodness me. What is this, like 24, I think? I'm trying to think. I had a in the Farming Simulator 19, the No Man's Land series, we had that John Deere that I missed a bit again, that you could sort of change the back of it out, so you could have it for like spraying and then for spreading. And I think we had two different attachments for it, so we would just keep lime in the one and fertilizer in the other. And that thing had a monster working width on it as well, so that was nice. That was actually really nice. 42 just seems really high though. I would say probably a bit unrealistically high. So that's the thing. So like, I'm all for like efficiency, and I forgot that we can just go down here. But wait, here's some. Can we buy anything here? I don't think we can. I think that's just for seeds. Yeah, so like, I like efficiency and all. Am I going the right way? No. Oh. Okay. Never mind. We can't go down here. Well, we can, but it doesn't make any sense to go down there. Yeah, I like sort of being efficient and all, but I also like to sort of keep things realistic. Even just for myself. If I'm like, when I used to play without recording or anything, I would like to sort of keep things as realistic as possible. I mean, I'm sure there's some spreaders on the market that would do 40 meters, but I don't know if you'll get lime that wide. Like, I've done lime spreading in real life, and I can't imagine it flinging that wide, because it just turns into like a dust, like a powdery dust. In fact, the one day we were doing lime spreading, and in South Africa, at least where these friends of mine were farming, there's no like support from like fire departments or anything if a fire breaks out. So what happens is all of the farmers have like their own firefighting equipment, and this friend of mine and I, we were just chilling in the tractor, John Deere actually, and doing some lime spreading, and before we know it, there's just this line of pickup trucks pitching up to the field, and we're just looking at it going, what's happening here? And it was quite a windy day, and we realized that all of them had their like firefighting equipment on the back of these pickup trucks and trailers and things, and everyone thought there was a massive fire, like a, I guess like a field fire, and everyone pitched up with all of their firefighting gear, and it was just the two of us going, yep, just lime spreading. So obviously the wind picked up the dust from it, and it went super, super high, and it just, when we looked back, it was like, okay, yeah, we can see where the confusion came from, and it was just this massive cloud of lime in the air, and it literally looked like there was this huge, you know, like field fire, like this wild, raging wildfire going, and we were just like, nope, everything's fine, no problems here, all good. So yeah, everyone just had to pack up and go back home again, and yeah, we felt a bit like, I mean, we were both like 16 or 17, so you sort of like, it just feels like you did something wrong, when suddenly, like, I'm not even joking, it was probably about 20-25 of the local farmers all just rocks up with all of their equipment, and it's not easy to load those things on the back of a pickup truck, so you know the amount of work and effort that went into that to come and sort of, yeah, fight this massive fire, and there's two idiots sitting on a John Deere going, hello. So yeah, you feel a bit silly, but I mean, we didn't do anything wrong. It was just probably not an ideal day to do lime spreading anyway, but we just did what we were told to do. That was not like our mistake. We didn't decide we're gonna go lime spreading. We were told we're gonna go lime spreading. But yeah, fun times. And yeah, goodness me, we just had so many things happen on that farm. How we're still alive, honestly, I don't know. I mean, snake encounters and things like that. Like, so many snake encounters, and not like non-venomous snakes. Like, we're talking puff adders and stuff here, like seriously venomous snakes. We had so many close encounters with snakes and all, and things that happened with tractors. Oh my goodness, I'll never forget. This was this friend of mine. He was so funny. Unfortunately, we're not really in contact anymore, and it's weird because at one point we actually lived together. We were literally like brothers. Honestly, like we were probably closer than what most brothers would be, and somehow we just instantly drifted apart like very, very quickly, and I don't know why. I can't explain it, and he probably couldn't either, but he was such a funny guy. And this one day I went up to the farm to visit. They were quite a drive away though, probably a good three hours from where we were, but I would head out there quite a lot. And I went out and I was driving a little Mark 1 Golf, and living in Pretoria at the time, close to Johannesburg, you need at least a little bit of protection. So I didn't have like a proper like a weapon or anything, but I had one of these little gas powered pistols, just in case, just so it would sort of scare someone off, because it looks it looks real. But this thing had a bit of an issue, because if you would leave it to sit for too long, did I pass the field again? If you leave it to sit for too long, it had these little like lead BBs that it shot out with like gas power, and like these little gas canisters, and it would build up this little like powdery substance on the lead BBs, and that'll create a misfire on the first shot. And we used to play around with this thing quite a bit, because it's just a fun little, it's kind of like a toy, I guess. I mean, you wouldn't want to shoot it at someone. You'll seriously hurt someone if you do. But it was kind of fun to shoot at stuff with it. But we were busy, again, doing, I think it was actually spreading, but I think we were doing like fertilizer or something. The one day, and this is on a completely different occasion than when everyone thought we were burning the place down. And a big, like a windstorm, like a dust windstorm came up. So we couldn't spread and we had to wait it out. But we decided we are not going to sit in the tractor. So we pulled the tractor up. My car was there because I sort of drove in and came in from Pretoria and phoned him up, and he told me where he was on one of the farms, and I just met him there. So my car was there, and I had a booming sound system in that car. So he was just like, no, let's not sit in the tractor and wait out the storm. We'll go sit in the car, because it's more comfortable, because the tractor only had a buddy seat, and I had some food and stuff in the car as well, and some cold drinks and things. And we could listen to some music. So we're like, okay, we'll sit in the car. And while we were sitting there chatting, the storm sort of came up and all, and he pulled this thing out from under the seat. I don't know why he was digging around under the passenger seat, but the thing was there on the floor under the seat, and he pulled it out and he was like, oh, you know, how far does this thing shoot? And I went, well, it'll go a distance. You know, this is a small little kind of a toy-ish thing, but it's powerful. And he opens up the window, aims it down the field, and shoots it, and it just misfires because of the dust, and it just goes boonk. It literally just drops out like 2 meters in front of us. And the tractor is standing off in the distance, this big John Deere, and he's looking at it going, this thing will not reach that tractor. And I go, no, that'll reach. On the second shot, it always misfires on the first one. On the second shot, it'll get there. And he just goes, no, it won't. And he aims at this thing. I think he wanted to sort of aim at the tire or something. Shot that thing, and the whole glass door of this big John Deere tractor just drops. Boom. And I was like, oh my goodness. And he turns around, looks at me as if it's my fault. I was like, don't look at me. I told you this was going to happen. And I was just, he was like, why didn't you? I said, I did tell you. He's like, no, you didn't. I said, I did. I did tell you. And I mean, the price of those things, of a door on a John Deere tractor, full glass door, it's not cheap. And he was just like, what am I going to tell my dad? I said, I don't know what you're going to tell your dad. And he's like, no, you tell him. No, I'm not going to tell him. You did that. And yeah, that was brilliant. So he ended up telling his dad that the storm came up. And why does there seem to be a spot here that I can't lime? Maybe it's just a mud spot. So he ended up telling his dad that the storm came up and he forgot the little back window open, and he ran in to close the window, and as he opened it, the wind sort of scooped the door and it flung open and then basically exploded. And his dad just looked at him and went, come back to me in an hour with a better story than that. And he just went, okay, and left. And it was just like, yeah, he didn't believe him one bit. And I think to this day, he probably still doesn't know what actually happened there. But he was just like, oh my goodness. I mean, literally the definition of trouble finds him. He can do just about anything. He can do the most sort of, like, how can I explain it? It's sort of like he's just one of those people where he doesn't try to do anything dodgy, and trouble will just find him. Anything that he does, he'll somehow end up in trouble. Always. Just always. He's just one of those people, but it was absolutely freaking hilarious though. Absolutely hilarious. But the poor guy, he was always so stressed out because everything just always went wrong. But he kind of looked for it as well, in a sense, because he would just do stuff and then it would be like, oh, why does all the bad things happen to me? And he's like, well, you kind of did aim at a John Deere when you were told to probably not do that. That's a bad idea. So yeah, it's a bad situation, but you did aim at it, so you can't really complain too much. But even in general, he had so much bad luck. That was the guy that some of you would know, on Discord. There was a picture posted there of a John Deere that was sitting like in a lake, and I told the story of the friend of mine that went to do contract work in America. And he got a brand new, I think it was a 690 John Deere when they just came out. I think it's a 690S or something when they just came out. It was like brand spanking new. And within like the first few days, he tried to lift the header. There was like posts, or a post on the left hand side, or like a fence post or something, and then like a lake on the right hand side on the road that they were driving down. And he couldn't quite get his header around this post, so he lifted the one side up to sort of go over it, but he just needed to sort of scoot over a little bit to really just get it past the post, and somehow he floored it and the thing slipped sideways and he just went straight into the lake, header and all, with a brand new combine. And he was like their group leader. And he was supposed to do like a moisture test on every field that that they go to. And I think every morning they have to do a moisture test before they actually get going on these fields. And his moisture test didn't work the entire season. It was just shorted out and they couldn't get it to work. Even John Deere couldn't figure it out. There was water in somewhere where it'll just show a moisture content of like 80% constantly. So, same guy. Jason, hi. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We just got some liming done on field number 6. Just after we did some fertilizing, which was definitely done on purpose. The fertilizing was absolutely 100% planned and done on purpose. It was by no means wrongfully bought and then just had to sort of be used. Right, I'm thinking where can we put this silo thing? Figure out how that works. Where were they? Silos. That one. Oh, that's road salt. Lime. Righty. And there's not a lot of space back here, but it probably would fit pretty well back here. We could do it like there. I would say that probably wouldn't look out of place. We'll just put it restricted. Hey? Why is this a spawn area? Silo. Can't put it there, unfortunately. I don't want to put it here because we might have to come through here with like headers and stuff. We can put it here. But that boom, we might not get out. Ah, when you reset it goes there. Right. These stories are relaxing and fun to listen to while I'm playing FS22 myself. Nice! Yeah, I've got so many stories of that farm. Oh my goodness. I'll definitely tell you guys them as I remember them. So I'm thinking this is probably a good spot to put it. But if we come through here, this is our main gate. So if we come through there with like a big combine or something, we'll probably end up getting stuck. I think I'm going to put it here. I think it'll work somewhere here. Should be okay, because I don't think we'll come through here with anything too big. And if we have to come through with like a combine or something with a header, we'll just put it on the trailer if we can't go through the field. But I don't really see us coming through here with a combine anyway, because the combine doesn't go here. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Free place. Boom. Okay. Let's see if we can unload this into that. So there's a little thing there, which I think we'll have to sort of unload it. Just want to see if we can do it out of the trailer. Probably not. So if we do that, can we do that? No. Let's see if we bring that closer. No. Doesn't. Oh, it does. Look at that. Ah, it works. So we've got some stuff in there. Do we? 34.7. Oh, it doesn't actually show the capacity. Right. So that works. Cool. Okay. I'm not gonna use super strength to do that though. I just wanted to sort of figure it out. But that's good to know. In fact, I am gonna buy another one. I'm gonna buy one for the fertilizer. Silos. Fertilizer. V. About there? Boom. Nice. Look at that. Okay. It takes 35,000 liters. Cool. Good to know. This is empty. So we can go put this back. And then we'll go across the road. We'll go get our little New Holland. I think it's a New Holland that we've got. We'll go get that. And I think we don't have a pallet fork for it. But we'll have to go get one. I think we've only got a shovel. So we'll go get a pallet fork. And then we'll come and get them sorted out. Bit of a tight spot in here. That should do just fine. Alright, and the John Deere we could probably put away as well. Oh, we're going to be playing with a big one real soon. Probably just about now. We'll get rid of the fertilizer and the lime. And then we'll come and grab the big John Deere and the plow. And get that sorted out. Do you have any good series, movies, or trilogies to watch? It feels like I've watched everything. I think... I'll be honest. I think you're probably asking the wrong person. Maybe someone in chat knows. But I don't watch TV at all. When it comes to series, yeah, I just don't watch much TV at all, I'll be honest. I mean, especially at the moment, because we don't have one, but, I mean, we still have, like, Netflix on the laptop and stuff, but, Monique uses that, I don't. The only things I would normally watch is, like, documentaries. I would watch documentaries when I have time. So yeah, you thought that wasn't going to be much help. No, unfortunately not. I mean, I would love to give you some good things to watch, but no, I think I'm definitely the wrong person to ask in that category. I think Monique is sort of watched out on Netflix as well, because she's been bugging me for probably a month now to cancel Netflix and get... Oh, have you guys actually seen this? I think I showed it in the last stream. A little New Holland. I like this. Beautiful little thing. But yeah, she's been bugging me for like a month to cancel Netflix and get Disney Plus, because apparently there's a bit more of a variety on Disney Plus now. More stuff that she's interested in. So I think she's actually just gonna do it herself tonight, because she asked me earlier for the Netflix password. So I think she's just gonna log in and cancel it and get Disney Plus. So yeah, I've been meaning to do it, just haven't got around to do it. And because I don't really watch it, yeah, couldn't bother. Don't watch much TV either. A lot of people in chat that don't watch TV. If you watch F1, I would recommend Drive to Survive. It's on Netflix. Drive to Survive, I watched, I think only the first season. Or season 1. I think they just launched season 3, if I'm not mistaken. But I used to be heavy into Formula 1. Like, heavy into Formula 1. I'm not even joking when I say heavy. Like, I would, if I can't watch it live, I would record it, but I actually got up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and stuff to go sit in the living room with a blanket to watch like the Japan races and stuff and the Japan practice sessions. I did not miss a practice session to the point where I would... Is there anything secondhand for sale? That might be useful. I would not miss a session. I would not miss a practice session or anything to the point where I would record practice sessions, and I would watch, if I missed like the weekend, I would watch all of the practice sessions before I would watch like qualifying in the race. I would miss nothing for an entire season. So I was heavy into Formula 1, and then again, just time. I just didn't have the time anymore. So then I watched Drive to Survive Season 1 because I sort of watched the entire season. I knew exactly every moment that was in there, what actually happened and what it was about. So that was fantastic to follow. I mean, I know Drive to Survive, you can actually sort of watch it even if you didn't follow the Formula 1. But it just makes so much more sense, and you get so much more of the emotion and stuff if you actually know what happened and what unfolded in like that race or in that moment. But then because I sort of didn't really follow Formula 1 anymore, I didn't bother watching Season 2 because I didn't know... Yeah, I just couldn't really make the connection. So I didn't bother, but yeah. We watch Dagon. Oh, he progresses too fast for you to watch. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess he does progress pretty fast because he puts out daily videos. So I think, like, I would love to put out daily videos. Daily videos are nice because you can move really, really quickly. With series and things like that. Like, I feel like my roleplay series at the moment, I would love for that to go a bit quicker, to get episodes out quicker. Not like the progress. I think the progress that we are making in the series, I think is fine. I don't want to sort of rush it too much, because then you get to like episode 30 and you've made all the money that you need, you've got all the equipment that you need, and you're done. Also, I don't want to make it, it's a fine sort of balance. There we go, dinner. But it's a fine balance because you also don't want to progress too slowly and have it become boring. That's not good either. So it is a bit of a balancing act. But yeah, I think Dagwin sort of has the balance down. I think he's very good in sort of balancing stuff. I think it's just the fact that he puts out a video every single day where things progress very, very quickly, or seemingly very quickly. I don't think he sort of like progresses the series too quickly, like unrealistically quickly. I think it's just the fact that he puts out so many videos that it progresses quickly, and it can be difficult to sort of stick with. I remember when I did a video every day on the American Truck Simulator series, a lot of people said that it was difficult to, like, they enjoyed it, but it was difficult to sort of follow along the series because there was like a 20 or 30 or 40 minute video every single day, and that does become hard to watch. Or difficult to watch, anyway. Okay, that's in the way now. Episode 4 is about 2021, and it is really competitive as Mercedes had a 7 championship win streak. Yeah. I watch TV only because it has YouTube on it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in South Africa we had a really nice TV, which my parents actually have now. And I would literally only go in the living room and stick like YouTube on. Oh goodness, whoa, whoa, whoa. I would only use it for YouTube, literally, YouTube, and unfortunately it was a Samsung, and Samsung doesn't have the Twitch app, so that was really, really annoying because you pay a lot of money for a really nice TV, and then you can't watch Twitch on it, but on like an LG you can watch Twitch, so that didn't make any sense. But this needs a weight on the back. But yeah, I used it for like YouTube and stuff. Mostly. Very rarely anything else. Red Bull coming the equal on points, the last race at Abu Dhabi. Really do recommend episode 4. Huh. You're playing Calmsden on your Xbox. Nice. I just noticed that it's going dark. It's almost 7 o'clock. We might try and sleep till the morning. Maybe we'll get this lime and fertilizer sorted out, and then we'll have a sleep, and then we'll come back in the morning. Yeah, this definitely needs a weight on the back. We'll get a weight when we go back to the shop. In fact, I might actually just buy one now, and we'll just pick it up later. Otherwise, I am going to forget to buy it. If our money gets too low, we'll sell field 2, because I think we're going to sell it anyway. Right, what do we need? Like a 1000? Do we have any mods? We've got a 500. I don't know if 500 is heavy enough. How much is a bag of, or pallet is a ton? So I would preferably put a ton on the back of this. 350. Probably go with that one then. Should be fine. Color. Nah, that's fine. Nice. We'll pick that up a little bit later. Stick the lights on. Do you guys, just out of interest sake, do you care at all what I run? Like, not just here on the right. Anyway, as I was saying, do you guys care, like I was saying, not just on like the live stream, but on the roleplay series, whether I run the tractors in automatic or manual, or does it really not matter? Because to me, to be fair, doesn't really matter. Doesn't make a difference at all. It was sort of, I found manual to be fun for like the first day, and then it was just like, okay, I'm over it. It's just awkward because I've got this thing in front of my face, so I can't see my steering wheel at all. Like, I can literally see that part of my steering wheel there. Like well, you guys can't see that, but just sort of like the top left edge of my steering wheel. I can't see a single button on my steering wheel. So I have to sort of lean to the side to see which buttons to press, because I don't have them on my H shifter, like the gear shifts, because it just doesn't work. I have them on buttons, but the steering wheel has to be sort of like upright. It has to be straight up for me to know exactly which button I'm pressing, and I end up pressing the wrong buttons and stuff, and it's just really fiddly and stuff. So I've been thinking about just maybe switching over to automatic on the roleplay series. Like, I'm on automatic now, and it's so nice. It's just like, yeah, like I say, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, it was fun for a little while, and then it was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm over it. Because it is just a little bit clunky and stuff with sort of my setup. I guess if I put like the gears maybe on my joystick or something, it'll work better if I can sort of like use the hat switch to flick through gears. But then if you're driving a front loader, I want the hat switch to do sort of that. So I need something else to sort of change gears, and if I switch it over to one of the other buttons, then it just becomes awkward again where you have to, yeah, I don't know. The one that looks most smooth. Yeah, probably automatic. I think, are you still talking about gearboxes? I think so. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yep, we need a nice chunky weight on the back of this. We'll probably put it on here and just leave it on here anyway. Personal preference, really I don't mind. Yeah, I think most people don't really mind. The thing is, I think that sometimes the gear changes and stuff actually takes away from the series just because it's less flowing and less sort of smooth, if that makes any sense. Because me fiddling around with gears, you know, just sort of wastes time, I guess. Ooh, this is a heavy one. Why is this one heavier than the rest? Probably wet. Talking about wet, there's some rain coming. I'm very chuffed with our little silo things here. So cool. Might get some of these in the roleplay series at some point. We need to get some storage, some... because at the moment, if we go into harvest now, we are going to have no choice other than selling immediately regardless of price. And I think when harvest comes around, that's probably when the price for our crop is going to be at its lowest point. So ideally, I would rather make a bit of money somewhere else and sit on that crop for a while until the price goes up when it's in demand out of harvesting season. I haven't really looked at like the price sheets or anything properly, but I'm guessing it's going to be sort of at its most valuable completely out of harvest season. So we'll lose a lot of money if we don't have any form of storage on the farm. So it's maybe something worth looking into at some point before harvest comes around. We still need to buy a combine. No point in having storage if we have no combine. Maybe we can borrow a combine from someone, I don't know. We need to buy one at some point. Okay. So that is that done. That was fun. I like little jobs like that. I don't know why, I just like little odd jobs like that. Like the farming is fun, like doing... What's running? What is this? Like a corn dryer or something? No idea. Yeah, I mean, I just like doing like these little odd jobs. Every so often. Okay, so now I need to figure out where my house is. And my pickup truck. The pickup I left down here. And, well, we can probably leave it there. I think that's our house. Or the one next to it. Needs plowing, needs lime. These grass fields are not in good condition, by the looks of it. Is that a dog? It is a dog. Hello, Poppy. Hello. Ooh, I can pet it. Wait, what happened? Oh, he likes that. I thought he was angry. Aww. Aww. I want a puppy. I really do want a puppy. I've wanted a puppy for years. We had 2 cats. in South Africa, and they're with my parents at the moment, so we FaceTime them every once in a while. And I'm not even joking, we actually do. We FaceTime our cats. Well, I mean, we don't like phone my parents and say, oh, put the cat on. It's just like, we'll like FaceTime my parents, and then they'll sort of put the cat on. And the cats actually do react when we speak to them, so that's kind of cute. Well, the one does. The other one, she's a bit of a... yeah, she's just like, nah, can't be bothered. But the Siamese, he's super cute. And very lovable, so he does actually react when we chat to him on the phone. But, well, we don't chat to him. We just sort of like say hi. But, yeah, so we had 2 cats. And, or have, that are sort of staying with my parents. But I always wanted a puppy, but we never could get a puppy. Where we were, it just wouldn't have worked out really well. Because we had a dog. We had a little sausage dog. I don't know what the actual names are. Dachshund. So we had one of them, but she was really old and lazy and stuff. But even with her, it just didn't really work out that well with the lodge and all. So yeah, dogs there just didn't work, so we never got a puppy. And now we sort of want to get a puppy, but we're never home. So we were talking about it the other day. We were like, okay, well, we can, because we've got quite a nice yard and everything. So we can get a puppy, but... oh, we've got a weed problem now. What are the days set to? 2 days per month? Yeah, 2 days per month. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Woo-wee. Ruan, hi! Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we have got a weed problem. A wiener dog. So that's what it's called, a wiener dog. Right. Wait. We're gonna plow this. So if we plow this, we'll just plow the weeds in, right? Then we won't have a weed problem anymore. I wonder if that fertilizer was worth spreading. If we plow that up now, are we gonna have to fertilize again? Are we gonna lose the fertilizer state? We might actually. I didn't think about that. I'm doing well, Ruan. I'm doing really well actually. Thanks. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. It's a lot of well. But good well. Well good. Yeah. Dachshund. Dachshund. I think it's German, isn't it? No, it'll stay. Okay, good. That is good to know. Right, we need our big plow. With our big John Deere. What is this thing? A 9... is it an 89 series? 8960. I think this thing is about 370-ish horsepower. 370, yes. You do get it in triples as well, so if we struggle for grip, we might end up putting triples on. So that is our cultivator, and this is our plow. This thing is humongous, and I think it requires exactly 370 horsepower to pull it, if I'm not mistaken, so hopefully we'll be okay. Hopefully we can get the tractor in the door. That is a tight fit. I mean, we can use the other tractor if we have to. I think we might actually have to. I don't think we're going to get this plow out of here. Ew, this is going to be closed. Like a glove. Like a glove. Never doubted it. Not for a second. Yeah. It's probably best putting this in there and taking it out with a small tractor. Oh my goodness, we're not going to make this turn. I think our equipment is maybe a little bit big for this town and this farm. It's okay. Not too bad. In Norway we call it a what? Translates to hot dog. Yeah, in South Africa, in Afrikaans, we would call it a voorhond. Which also literally means like, well, yeah, it's a direct translation to sausage dog. My PC got, oh, you good? Good! Your PC got struck by the lightning just before the release of Farming Simulator 22. Ew. 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 That is not fun. My parents are still at the lodge, and the lodge got hit by lightning, and it caused about 100,000 rand in damage. So rand is the local, well, Ruan will know, but for those who don't know, rand is the local South African currency, and 100,000 rand would translate to roughly about, quick maths, 8,000 euros. About 8,000 euros in damage that they had. I'm just trying to see. These plows, sometimes you can sort of like change the angle on them, but it doesn't seem like anything here wants to change. 6,000 euro. Okay, 6,000 euro. Yeah, because it's what, about 1 to 17 or 1 to 18 at the moment. So, but anyway, a lot of damage that they had, and luckily the insurance paid out. They had insurance. It was a load of TVs and stuff that just got blown out, and CCTV cameras, and yeah, computers and everything. So, ooh, this is not happy. Oh, there we go. It's going. It's not quick, but it's going. Oof. 12 kilometers an hour going downhill. We might need to sell that field and buy a bigger tractor. But anyway, so they had a huge amount of damage. The insurance luckily paid out on the items, which was good. And they got everything replaced. And almost to the T, 2 weeks later, they got hit by lightning again and had even more damage. So then it was probably around 7,000-ish euros, about 120, 130,000 rand in damage. Like, this is in 2 weeks. And then the insurance, they had to pay out again for a lot of the same stuff. Obviously, they weren't very happy, but they paid out and then cancelled the insurance policy. They refused to insure them. So that is not good. Eventually they managed to get another place that was willing to insure them, but obviously now the insurance is really, really, really high every month. So hopefully they're okay. Per rand is 0.06 in euros. What is it the other way around? I always struggle with the rand to euro, or that's euro to rand. No, rand to euro. Yeah. What's it the other way around? Euro to rand to euro. I don't know. The other one. 16. Ooh, that actually came down a lot. Goodness me. I just want to go back and get the edges properly on this. I can't see a thing. That came down a lot. The last time I checked it, it was touching on probably about 18.5-ish. I mean, this was a while back, but I don't think it came down that far. That's good, though. Well, it's kind of good and bad. Depends what industry you're in, I guess. The thing is, I don't know at this point whether it means that South Africa is doing well, or Ireland's doing, or Europe is doing bad. Yeah. Things are so expensive right now. It is actually a joke. Monique was working out our expenses yesterday for the last few months, and oh my goodness, the cost of living compared to what it was here in the same town 4 years ago in 2017 when we were here is literally not even comparable. Like, it's, yeah, I mean, it's, you can't even describe the massive difference in living cost in 4 years. It's an absolute joke. I mean, if living costs were still the same now as they were 4 years ago, and we were earning what we are earning now, goodness me, we would have had a good life. We would have had this house furnished real quick, and yeah, we would have had a good amount of money in the bank account, like saved up and all. It's just like, no, it's insane. Like now we're sort of like, I don't know if I'm gonna spend, you know, that 20 euros on, you know, whatever, but it's just like, yeah, it's shocking is what it is what I'm trying to say. It's shocking. The living cost is just super high. We are paying 2 rand per liter. I think, did you mean to say 22 rand? 23 rand per liter of petrol. We are paying, I mean, I get it, 22 is high, but the last time I checked, I don't know what it is at the moment, but the last time I checked it, when I worked it out, we were paying 32 rand a liter for diesel. So, I mean, that was on the exchange rate, whatever it was, but 32 rand a liter we were paying. I actually sent a text to my dad. I said to him, you think your diesel is expensive? We're paying 32 rand, and he just went, goodness me. But ours did come back down again. It went up to, well, the last time I put in it was 1.89, so €1.89 per liter. And then it went up to, in some places, over €2 a liter. But now it came down again. The last time I saw it was something like 180 or something a liter again. So it sort of went up and came back down again, but it's still expensive. It's still really expensive. I'm paying 40 rand. Goodness me, that is wild. Some panda. Hi. Morning, everyone. You have to be in Australia, right? Because it's probably about, what, 8 o'clock in the morning or something? Well, I suppose it depends where in Australia you are. But I'm pretty sure you're in Australia. I'm not even bothering to sort of flip this plow around. And I haven't actually checked if I'm running it the right way around. Yeah, I'm plowing towards the plowingness. So I do have it the right way around. But I should actually be doing the lines here. Oh, this tractor is not happy. Not happy at all. I mean, it's coping pretty well. But it's not great. 9 o'clock, close. Oh, not a bad bet. Or bad guess. Not a bad guess. Cool. Where in Australia are you? Just out of interest sake. Right. I'm thinking this is gonna take a while, is what I'm thinking. Victoria. Ooh. Huh. I don't know if you're into like four-wheel driving or off-roading or anything at all, but do you watch by any chance a YouTube channel called Four-Wheel Drive Action? I think they actually rebranded it. I think they changed the name of it. It's called something else now, but it used to be called Four-Wheel Drive Action. But they go up to Victoria quite often. You guys get like snow in the winters, don't you? I'm pretty sure it was Victoria where they went to on one four-wheel drive action episode where they got special permission to like go up a mountain. In Victoria, it was actually closed, but they got permission to go up, and they were driving in like thick, like 1 foot snow in Victoria up this mountain. And it was insane. They were sliding all over the place. At one point, someone almost went off the side of the mountain. You do? Yeah, it's a really good show. Really good show. It gets snow in some parts in Victoria, not many places. Ah, interesting. I guess it's sort of like South Africa. You sort of, if you go to very specific areas at the right time, you would get snow. But sort of few places would get it, but you would get it. Although, I never really experienced snow in South Africa at all. Like, a bit of frost and stuff, but not like proper snow. We did go up a mountain once after it snowed on the mountain, and we sort of, yeah, had like snowball fights and stuff. But again, it was more like ice rather than snow. Didn't really experience snow until we moved to Ireland back in 2017. We got a bit of snow, and then probably about a month ago here where we are now, we got some pretty good snow, actually, pretty decent snow. And we live like quite high up on a little hill, and our neighborhood looked beautiful. It looked so freaking good. And then I had to go to work, and I couldn't touch the brakes in my car because it would just go grrr and freak out with the ABS and all, and it would just slide sideways, and I hated it. I hated it. But it was beautiful to wake up to. Luckily, it all sort of melted away, or most of it melted away during the day, so I could get back home. Because it's one thing going down a hill. It's another story trying to come back up. So yeah, that was different. That was fun. I mean, it's not really fun in the moment because it's cold outside, and then sort of your windows fog up and you can't see, and there's snow on your wipers and everything ices up, and you can't see anything, and it's just not a fun experience. But then afterwards you look back and it's like, whew, that was fun, only because you survived. it seems fun. But in the moment, not so much. Not so fun. Only after you know sort of you're okay, and it's okay. I'm 29, and I have been to the snow once. Really? Yeah, well, I suppose, yeah, that's kind of like me in South Africa. I turned 30 just before we moved. I think, goodness, I turned 30 like 3 days before we moved to Ireland now. And I only saw snow. I only sort of went to a snowy area once in South Africa. So, yeah, I get you. But yeah, Australia is definitely a place that I would love to go to. Monique, my wife, she was in Adelaide for about 6 years. She's got an Australian passport and all. So her dad still lives there. And her 2 sisters live there. And yeah, I've never been to Australia, but I would love to go. I would love to go someday. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful place. I watch a lot of YouTube channels, or I used to watch a lot of YouTube channels. Not at the moment. Not that I don't want to watch them anymore. It's just I don't have time to watch them. But I watch quite a few YouTube channels that are Australian based. So you get to get a good feel of the place. Like, I think my top 3 Australian YouTube channels is How Ridiculous. They are so funny and yeah, just really good sports. And then Mighty Car Mods and 4-Wheel Drive Action. That would be my top 3 Australian YouTube channels. Love them, all 3 of them. Really, really good. You gotta move here, you will love it. Oh, don't even tempt me. I would. But goodness me, I don't know if I would be able to do a big move again. I don't know, maybe someday. If the opportunity arose, I would probably consider it, I would say. Oh, come on. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would probably, if an opportunity came up for me to move there, like now it would be difficult because we sort of just moved across the world, and it would be very, very difficult to do that same move again. It's mentally so difficult to do that. I think it's actually, I think there's a lot of literally trauma. I think you get a bit of like PTSD with a move like that. It's very traumatizing and a very emotional thing to do. So it would be very difficult to do again. Although I think if you do it differently, like now we arrived here, and I think that's what makes it very difficult, is you arrive here with nothing. You've got no furniture, no car, no house, no nothing. But if you were in a different financial situation, and you know if you get there, you've got an income, whether it be a business or something like YouTube, or you've got a job when you get there, like that's pre-arranged and all of that, and you take like a container, and you've got all of your house stuff, and you've got all of your furniture, and when you get there you've got a house and everything, so you would go over beforehand and sort of get a house sorted out and all, and get your container organized, so at least then when you get there you're going to sort of not have your stuff for a little while, but then your container would arrive, and then you've got all of your own personal stuff. I think that would be a very different type of move, where now we moved here with nothing. We sold everything, and we just had 2 bags of clothes each, and you arrive and you don't have a job, you don't have a house, you don't have a car, you don't have furniture, you don't have any of your personal belongings, you've got nothing. That is a very, very, very tough thing to do mentally. But yeah, I think if I could sort of like have income and all, and I could take like all of my stuff, not that I've got anything, but if I sort of have it all built up and all, and I would then sort of be able to take a container and things, then I would probably do it. I think I might. It would be kind of cool to say that you've lived in, like, literally lived, not just visited, lived in 3 different countries in the world. Well, Monique has done that. She's lived in Australia and in South Africa and in Ireland. You can come work on a farm with me. Oh, you work on a farm? What kind of a farm do you work on? I wanted to work on a farm here in Ireland. That was sort of what I was aiming for, was to get into farming in Ireland, because I couldn't get into farming in South Africa because it's just dangerous. Also use the 9-meter subsoiler. Oh, you should use the 9 meters. Actually, yeah. I think it was Ben mentioned that earlier as well. And I didn't realize until now that it's actually 9 meters. What is the one that we've got at the moment? It's not on sale, is it? No. Oh, excuse me. Plow. What is the right spelling of plow? P-L-O-W-S or P-L-O-U-G-H? Is it G-H? You're on a vegetable farm. Nice. Nice. So this is 6 meters. And it requires 360 horsepower. Our tractor is 370 and it's struggling. Right, let's go plow. I never know how to spell plow in my video because I think one is an English spelling and one is an American spelling. Right, 9 meter. So if we go 9 meter, 320 for 19,000. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we're gonna pack this one up and we're gonna sell it, and we're gonna get that subsoiler because we're gonna be here for a very, very, very long time. I mean, I like this kind of plowing, like proper plowing, and not like, oh, I just turned it around there. That's not what I wanted to do. The other plowing, like what we're gonna buy now, I don't know if it's correct, but I would call that chisel plowing. No, I want to fold it. I would call that a chisel plow. But I know that can become sort of a yeah, sort of a, I guess, a point of argument with a lot of farming equipment. Do we need to go right here? Yeah. Wait, I need to go back? I really need to figure out this farm. I need to go that way. Now, how am I going to turn this freaking thing around? Who put a tree in there? Looks like we're gonna yep, just yep, nothing to see here. Right, I don't think we're gonna get this thing turned around anytime soon. We can go through this hedge maybe. Is there a fence in this hedge? No, there's... Oh yeah, there's. Oh my goodness. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There we are. Keep going to the left and take the first left. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. I could have gone. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Sorry. I could have just gone left, and come back out here. And then turn right. Don't mind me. We got there in the end, though. So you're on a vegetable farm. That's pretty cool. What sort of vegetables do you do? But yeah, I wanted to get into farming here in Ireland, but there's not a lot of farming jobs available because most of the farming here is pretty small scale, which means it's usually just a family-run sort of operation. We don't need a lot of employees or anything, and the employees that are there are just sort of family members. It's not large-scale farming, it's all sort of small stuff. So it's very, very difficult to get into like a farming job. And also, if you do get a farming job, it's normally a dairy. And the reason they get people in to do dairy is because no one wants to do it, is my opinion. Because dairy farming is a very different type of farming. I've done a bit of dairy, and it's very early mornings, very late nights, very long hours, and carving and things like that is just a whole different ball game that, I'll be honest, I don't really enjoy. I mean, I love watching, again, used to, don't watch it at the moment, I would love to, but I love Sunny Farms. Sunny Farms is absolutely freaking brilliant. Love him. I mean, I watch all the guys. I watch Millennial Farmer, and again, just not at the moment because I don't have time, but I do sort of follow them on Instagram and all of that sort of stuff. But Millennial Farmer and Larson and Welker's, I've watched just about every Welker's video up until I didn't, but I binged watched their stuff. But then Sunny Farms is fantastic. I love Sunny Farms. But what was I gonna say? Something about, oh, I watched them with like the cattle and stuff. So they don't do like dairy, but they do cattle, and even that is just like, goodness me, I don't want to do that. That is just a whole different thing. I watch them with carving and stuff, and it's just like, nope. I've been there very briefly and done that, and I did not like it. My dad, he was in dairy farming for quite some time as well, and he didn't like it either. You have to be a different kind of human being to enjoy dairy farming, I think. But it's definitely not for everyone. Right. Hopefully, this is gonna get us going. Can we put that weight on the back of this? I don't want to leave it on the back of this, but I just want to take it home while we're sort of going. Yeah, there we go. I mean, this thing, we might as well just sort of leave it there for now. Just help it dig in a little bit. Probably wouldn't help, but we'll drop it off. Hopefully that'll get our field plowed up a little bit quicker, because yeah, that is becoming a really slow job. Sunflowers on the left hand side here looks beautiful. So yeah, I'm I'm still really confused with this map though. I just struggle with it. I really need to learn where I am on it. And it's sort of like, it's one of those maps where I can't figure out what sort of direction I'm supposed to head to every time. Like coming to the shop, I'm like, okay, I know what the road looks like, but I just can't figure out from the farm where I'm supposed to go every time. It's just a bit of a confusing map, but I guess it's because it's sort of UK based and similar to like Ireland. I mean, even now I would drive around our town and I would sort of get lost because, yeah. And I'm actually really good with direction and stuff. Like in South Africa, you can put me literally anywhere and I would know, okay, north, east, south, west. I know exactly which direction I'm facing without like a compass or anything. And I would know, I would know where to sort of drive to head in a general direction to get to where I want to be. Where here, can't do that. I never know which direction I'm facing. I just can't figure it out. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm on the other side of the planet and everything's sort of backwards now. I mean, I guess South Africa is kind of upside down-ish. Where now we're sort of like upright. So South Africa was probably wrong. But I'm used to that, so I mean, yeah. Probably doesn't make any difference at all. Went past the field. Yeah, I just want to drop the weight off real quick. I wonder if that does make any difference at all in terms of your sense of direction. Thinking about it now, it probably doesn't, but it feels like it does. Because my sense of direction in Ireland is just horrible. Could it be because I'm in a different hemisphere than what I'm used to? I mean, does your body have like some sort of a natural compass thing that it just sort of knows, okay, that's north? I mean, probably not. But I don't know, everything just feels wrong is what I'm trying to say. It just feels unnatural to me. I don't know. Probably everything I'm saying. You guys are probably listening to me going, what the hell are you talking about? That's what I would do, but yeah, I just sort of speak whatever. This is sort of like my mind. I'm literally speaking my mind. Oh yeah, look at that. 17 kilometers an hour and we're doing 9 meters. I should have listened to Ben when he mentioned this like an hour ago. But yeah, I think you guys are sort of getting glimpses into my mind and things that keep me up at night. This is fantastic. This is a great mod. We used the 6 meter one in the Farming Simulator 19 No Man's Land series, and it was really, really good. I don't know if you got the 9 meter. Oh, did you get the 9 meter in Farming Simulator 19? I don't know if you did. I just want to straighten this off. So I wonder, will the plowing here take care of the weeds for good now until we have another crop rotation? Or will the weeds just pop through again in a little while? I'm guessing it'll probably just pop through again, unless we spray it. Oh, it will take care of it for another crop rotation. Ah, that's handy. So we won't have to get a weeder. I don't think we have a weeder at the moment, or do we? Did I don't know if I bought one. Oh, this plow is amazing. I might actually go around the sort of edge of the field again with this, because the other one definitely left some gaps, and we might as well sort of do it properly. I have to say I'm really in the mood for some racing, but it's very difficult to race with my setup at the moment. It's just really tough, because the other day my iRacing account at the moment is not active, so I think it was about a week ago. I got home and I thought, let's do a bit of racing. I didn't really have much to do that night, so I put on a live stream and thought I'll try a bit of racing and see how it goes. So I put on, was it Assetto Corsa Competizione, so ACC basically. Put that on and it went okay-ish until it didn't. I hit the brakes really hard coming into the pit lane, and my natural reaction was to sort of pull on the wheel a little bit, and I literally pulled my entire table forward, and my monitor is like it's got the 3 legs, so the 2 long ones at the front and a little one at the back, and that little one at the back was so close to the edge of the table. Luckily it didn't tip off, because that would have broken the monitor, because I pulled it forward. If that thing slipped in the back, this thing would have just gone back and smacked the wall, and that would have destroyed my monitor. So I was just like, right, that's it for the racing then, until I can build my bigger desk. And the thing is, with the bigger desk, the only thing keeping me from building it is actually being able to find a countertop. I cannot find a freaking countertop. So I actually want to go to, I wonder if Homebase is open tomorrow. I'll go to Homebase, because Homebase does kitchens. So I'm going to ask him if I can just buy a kitchen countertop. Because I just can't find one. Even the internet can't tell me where I can find one. So I'm just going to go to Homebase and see if they have one. I'm off. Have a good one. Keep up all the good videos, doing great. We'll pay off soon. Sun Panda, thanks very much for popping in. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for keeping me company there. And I hope you have a good day over there in Australia, and enjoy the farming. I don't know if you're working today, but if you are, enjoy. If you're not, have a good day, and we'll see you around. And thanks for all of the continued support on the streams and on the videos as well. So yeah, have a good one. See you around. In FS19, helpers always get stuck in trees when they turn around. Does it also do in FS22? I don't know. See you in Australia soon. Oh, oh, you never know. You never know. Maybe. Not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I wouldn't say soon, but maybe someday. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see how things go here first. But you never know. If you keep asking, I might just do it. In terms of the AI, I haven't actually used AI at all in Farming Simulator 22, so I couldn't really answer that, unfortunately. I'm sure they would have made some improvements on it, but I really couldn't tell you, unfortunately. Do I play Formula 1 2021? No, I don't actually, because I don't have a rig or anything at the moment. But I did I used to play a lot of Formula 1, but I think it was probably Formula 1 2019 or 2018 maybe. I think it was probably 2018. I played quite a lot. I did buy Farming Simulator, not Farming Simulator, Formula 1 2020, I think it was. I think it's 2020 that I bought while I was still in South Africa, but literally never played it. I was intending to and just never got around to it, because then it came up that we sort of were moving and all, so I never played it. I've obviously still got it in my Steam library, but no, unfortunately not. And even though I have actually played a lot of Formula 1, especially a few years ago, I used to play a lot of Formula 1. I don't think I've actually ever completed a full season in a Formula 1 game. Which is odd, because I've played a lot of Formula 1. I don't recall ever finishing a full season in a Formula 1 game. I would normally get like halfway, and then I'll just start over with a different team, and then I'll get like halfway through the season, and then I'll just start over again with a different team. And because I get bored quite quickly with things like that, so as soon as I become too competitive, then, and I'm like scoring consistently outside of where I realistically should with that team, I'm like, okay, that sort of breaks the realism for me, and I just start over with another team. So yeah, I do enjoy it a lot, but like I say, as soon as I sort of rank consistently or finish consistently higher than what that team is expected to finish, I just stop. But I guess I sort of do that with most things. Like even with farming, I think that's why I sort of like the sort of start with nothing series and stuff. Because I just like to have a challenge. I'm not a huge fan of just starting with a massive amount of equipment and off you go. Like this here, this is fine. Because it's a live stream and we're just sort of chilling and having a chat, so it's nice to have some good equipment. And we don't have fantastic equipment on this farm, but we've got some decent equipment. Just so I didn't want to go like all out with like really expensive fancy equipment, because then we have like exactly that is the problem. Then you have nothing to work towards. So that's what I sort of like about the role play sort of survival series style stuff, is you always have something to work towards. And I think that was sort of with the Farming Simulator 19, the No Man's Land series. By the time we got to episode 100, it was so easy to make money that it got boring. You know, it was just like, yeah, okay, we want this, let's buy it. Okay, we want that, let's buy that. I think it gets boring very quickly. And weirdly, Monique and I actually had this conversation earlier when we were having dinner. We were sort of talking about sort of just money in general. And I said to her, if I had to win, like, let's say €1 million, what would I do? And I was sitting there going, I would just sort of, obviously I would furnish our house. I would get a different car, just so I don't have to deal with car issues that I'm dealing with now. And I would sort of just finish my studio. I would, in terms of my PC, I would probably just upgrade my SSD. Like the NVMe drive that I've got in here is a really cheap one that isn't great. I would probably just get a better NVMe drive, and I would maybe swap out the power supply, because I think the power supply in this is possibly maybe a little bit faulty. And then I sat back and I thought, I've got €1,000,000, and all I would do is get a different car, and I would still get the car that I actually want to get now, because I don't really see the point in spending, even though I love cars, don't get me wrong, I love cars, but they stress me out, so I wouldn't want to own like an expensive car. So I'd probably just still get the Kia that I'm looking at getting anyway. The only difference is I wouldn't have to finance it. I'll just be able to buy it, and I wouldn't have to worry about a monthly payment. So I'll basically, if I got €1,000,000 now, I would buy a second-hand Kia. I would furnish my house, and I would sort of finish up my studio, maybe upgrade a few things, like get a better light, because I'm using like a TikTok light thing. I would get a better light. I would probably just use the Yeti that's sitting over there, because I would be able to get like a carpet and not have a massive echo. So yeah, and then we worked it out, and we thought we probably, all in all, and this includes a car, we can sort of buy everything we want in life with like €35,000. So yeah, that is kind of like, you go, that's not that much money. I mean, that's outside of like property or something, you know. Maybe you would, if you really had $1 million, you know, I would maybe look at buying a farm, but not like a farm to farm. I would just like to buy a farm so that I'm sort of on my own and do my own thing, and then I can do like vlogging and stuff of, yeah, messing around with stuff on the farm. But outside of like buying a property, which would be sort of like, I'm not 100% sure if I would anyway, at this point at least, because maintenance and all that sort of a thing. Having €1,000,000 is one thing, but being able to maintain whatever you buy with that million is a different story. So I'm not even sure I would, but we could literally buy just about everything we wanted at this point with like €35,000. And that's why if you listen to like podcasts and stuff, like I was listening to quite a lot of Stephen Bartlett, of his podcasts, and he interviews all of these like millionaires and billionaires, and everyone just says, in terms of money, you get to a point where it just doesn't matter. You know, it's just like, it's just there. It doesn't matter. And all of them say that that figure where money doesn't matter is a lot smaller than what you think it is. And that's what I sort of realized tonight as well. We could literally just, if we got €35,000 now, we would just be like, okay, we've got everything we sort of want, so what now? So yeah, it's kind of amazing if you think about it. I'd probably just invest it and do YouTube full time, because then I would sort of have a bit of money to fall back on and have some investments and stuff to make a bit of money on the side, so that YouTube doesn't have to make a fortune. Because that's, yeah, YouTube is a different ball game when it comes to finances. Goodness me. That's why you play multiplayer. Multiplayer, people just try to DNF everyone. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm sort of afraid of, is I want to start like a farming, like a community farm, where I can sort of like have you guys in here, and while I'm busy plowing this field, someone can go behind me with like a D-rocker and lift the rocks up, and someone else can be going behind with a cultivator and smooth out the field or whatever. Or someone can run a planter or whatever. So, you know, that would be really fun to do. The problem is regulating it. You're always going to get people that are going to jump in and just cause absolute havoc. You know, just sort of like grab this thing and start plowing up the farmyard. You know, people would do that, and that creates a bit of a problem. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, it's all, I guess, kind of fixable in the end, unless you sort of run this plow straight through that hedge in front of you. You're not going to be able to really fix that. It's always going to look off, even if you try and fix it. So it's things like that that's sort of keeping me from doing that. It would be nice to do that, and obviously if someone does something like that, they'll get banned off the server, but you know, sort of the damage is already done, and yeah, I guess, I don't know. I would like to do it at some point anyway. I know some of the other guys do have community farms and things. I should probably jump on there and sort of see how they do it and how they manage it, and sort of take some pointers from there. Maybe not a bad idea. Automated backups. That's a good idea. How do you... Is that a thing? Is that like an in-game thing, or is that a thing that you have to sort of use software for? Can you set up the community server to make automated backups? Because that would be super handy. So if someone does something like that, you can just roll back onto a previous save. That would be super handy. Most hosting providers have it. So if I wanted to create a community farm, do I have to pay for that server, or are there free servers available? Because that one I haven't really been able to figure out. Because I know I've sort of like, I've had a community farm thing that me and one of my friends played on, but we didn't pay anything for the server. I'm just wondering, would it be different somehow? Automated backups do is just create a copy of the saved data and store it somewhere. You can create your own software. Nice, yeah. I mean, I guess what you can do as well, if you don't want to faff about with it too much, you could just before the start of every stream or whatever, you could just make a copy of that saved file. So if someone does something silly, then you can just roll back to wherever you were at the start of the stream. So you wouldn't lose a huge amount of progress or anything like that. And that's easy enough done. So that field 2 is about $500,000. And I'm strongly considering selling that now. I want to use that money to get some animals in. And we're going to need some equipment like balers and stuff. We should have actually not spread the what's a chaff on these fields. Maybe should have baled it. And I've answered this in another stream, but FS22 needs a host. The person that acts like the host cannot play on their own server, so you would need to have another copy of FS22. Ah, right, I'm with you. I think, yeah, I remember you mentioned that. And wouldn't I then need a second copy of Farming Simulator and basically a second PC as well? Or I can run like a virtual machine on my PC? Because getting a second copy isn't really a problem. It's not that expensive. It's just a matter of where do I run it? Like, how powerful would the other PC have to be? Because let's say I don't want to run a virtual machine on my PC, but I have a laptop, but it's just a normal like office laptop. It's not a gaming laptop or anything. Could I have a Steam account for that? Buy Farming Simulator for that, and then use that as the host, even though it's got basically zero gaming capabilities. You can run the server on a virtual machine, yeah. Would I be able to run that on like a office laptop? Because it doesn't actually need to run the game, does it? So if I just use a laptop as a server, would that work? That might not be a bad idea. Because I would rather the CPU, it is a it's an AMD, but I can't remember the specs of it. It's an AMD processor, but it's about 3.5 gigahertz, if I'm not mistaken, on like a quad core. I think it's about a, yeah, maybe a 3 or 3.5 gigahertz quad core, with I think 8 gigs of RAM. So it's definitely not anything spectacular. Do I remember the number? No. I could probably check. The laptop is in the next room. I mean, what I could probably do is, well, I'll probably tomorrow. I'll just have to remember. But what I'll try and do is tomorrow. Just want to see what this field needs. This needs lime and plowing. I think we're gonna lime this field real quick, because I mean it is 10 to 11. And I thought I'd probably finish that field and then finish the stream, but I don't really feel like finishing the stream, to be honest. I'll just keep going. I'm happy enough. Because to be fair, if I finish the stream now, I'm just gonna be like, I wanna farm a little bit more. Because it's different to farm like this than to record like the roleplay series. Like the roleplay series is a lot of planning and stuff, and it takes a lot of work and effort and stuff to actually do the videos and all, so you don't actually get much in terms of farming, if you know what I mean, where this is just like nice effortless farming with some good company, so that's good. But yeah, what I thought is what I could do is just sort of create a Steam account on the laptop, and then this is the Lime one, yeah. Then buy Steam, not buy Steam, buy Farming Simulator, try and run it as a server. If it doesn't work, I can just refund it. Oh yeah, I can do that as well. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Just run it on the laptop. But what is the refund period on Steam? Oh, I never buy Steam sounds like a great money-making way till you see the price of the business. Yeah, that's freaking true. I would love to buy Steam. I just realized that I didn't run around the edge. I didn't run around the edge of that field enough. If I don't do it now, I'm just gonna end up not doing it at all. I know it's a small thing, but it is worth doing it, I think. 2 hours playtime is the max. Yeah, that should be enough to see if it's actually capable of running as a server, I guess. Don't finish, then it's not fun to play Farming Simulator 19 by yourself. Yeah, no, we'll keep going for a while. Yeah, I thought I would probably, like, let's say, finish off this field with the plowing and then I'll head to bed, but nah, we'll keep going for a while. Depends if you get stuck on the tutorial. Yeah, I suppose. But, I mean, how much is Farming Simulator now? Like, oh, actually, how much is Farming Simulator now in euros? Might actually not be that cheap. Because I was, for a moment there, thinking like 20-ish euros, but it's probably closer to like 50. That is a lot of money to do a test. 40 euros. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at buying a lawnmower for 50 and I was like, and then I didn't buy it, which was actually a really good deal for 50. I mean, it wasn't a great lawnmower, but it would have done for now. And then I ended up not buying it, and literally this morning I went sort of to work half an hour earlier so that I could stop and actually buy the thing. And well, they didn't have it anymore. It was out of stock, so that sucked. I literally contemplated buying this 50 euro lawnmower for like 3 weeks. And the day I decide to buy it, I literally offer up half an hour of my morning to go to the shop because it closes early, but it also opens early. So it would be, I couldn't go there after work. I could only go there before work. Get there, no stock, no lawnmower. I wanted to do lawn mowing tomorrow because the lawn is overgrown. So I wanted to get like a weed eater or weed whacker or whatever you want to call it, and a lawnmower, but I got neither of them. So I am gonna ask one of my friends if I can borrow his lawnmower and his weed eater, because they are actually on holiday at the moment, but I can get into his shed, so I'll just have to ask him tomorrow, and I'll go and pick it up real quick, get the lawn done. Although I've got some recording as well to do. Possibly a new series recording tomorrow. Maybe. I'm not going to say anything about it because I have to see if it's going to work first. So that's going to alternate. If it works, it's going to alternate with the diaries. So the diaries will be every second Wednesday, and this series will be every second Wednesday. But we shall see. We'll see if it actually works. Use your David Marks Steam account when testing. Do I have a different Steam account? Because I just took my old Steam account and just changed the name on it. I don't think I have a second Steam account. Why is this thing stuck in third gear? Oh. What's wrong with this thing? Oh, it's still pegged in the ground. That's what's wrong with it. Goodness me, I'm plowing up the entire earth here. That's the one I'm talking about. Oh, you mean just use my... Yeah, just use my account on the laptop and just get someone to test it. Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean. I'll probably try and do that. Yeah, that corner, I destroy that corner. Yeah, whoever looks after that is not going to be very happy. Oh, okay, that is what you mean. Okay, sorry. I sort of misunderstood there for a minute for some reason. Yeah, that corner there is just a bad deal. I hope I didn't like... I mean, I have the field limit to fields thing turned on. So I hope I didn't like absolutely annihilate half the road, because that would be pretty bad. Talking about that, pretty bad. Probably not a bad idea to save. I've been playing for like 3 hours or something straight and I haven't hit save yet. See, I turn off autosave. I don't like autosave in Farming Simulator because if something bad happens, you press escape to exit so that you can reload, and then it saves the game and it saves your mistake, so that sucks. So you have to remember to like Alt F4 rather than hit escape and quit. But I don't like doing Alt F4 either, because that seems to mess with the sort of shaders and stuff in the game, and then it turns into stuttering, and I don't know how that all works, but I've sort of noticed it does create a bit of a problem sometimes. And apparently it has something to do with shaders. I'm not saying it does, I'm just saying that's what I read. So someone that knows more about it than me, hopefully, said that's sort of what happens. And I don't know any more to disagree with them, so we'll just go, yeah. I was talking earlier about building my desk. I wonder if home base is open tomorrow. It might be worth popping in there and seeing if they can organize like a kitchen countertop for me. They should be able to, wouldn't they? Like, they do kitchens. So wouldn't they be able to just get like a length of countertop? Because that's literally all I need in here to have a much better setup than what I have at the moment. You know, it would cost like €50. I mean, I don't know what a countertop would cost, but I would say probably 50 or €100 or something like that. And it would make such a big difference just to have a nice, big, stable desk. And it would be very, very quick to put together as well. But no. Oh, we're gonna have to head back for some lime again. Maybe we should just fill that. That thing takes 35,000 liters. How much does it cost to actually fill it up? And does it happen instantly? I mean, we're gonna use a lot of lime in general, so it might actually be worth just filling up that thing. So 35,000 liters is only, what, about 2.5 trailers or something? Maybe not even 2.5, 2 and a little bit. Right, let's go see how much is it gonna cost to fill that thing up. Right, this one, 8,600. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Okay, so that should be full, in theory. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. I was wondering if that's gonna be like Gold Rush, where you pay for it, like Gold Rush with the diesel tank. You pay for it, whatever you want in quantity, but then you have to wait till midnight for it to get delivered, which is really, really annoying. I used to love Gold Rush. Absolutely loved it. And I did actually have a series at one stage, a Gold Rush series, but I think it got removed when I changed to Redonkulous Dave. It got removed with a lot of stuff, and it was a very fun series to make. The problem is it was wildly time consuming, because in the beginning it's really easy, it's really quick and easy to make videos with Gold Rush, because you do a bit of panning and you do a bit of digging and you throw it in a bucket and you run it through a little sluice box thing, and you have a little generator with a light and a little water pump and things. Nice and easy. But then suddenly when you start getting into your bigger equipment, like your tier 3 plants and stuff like that, you have to do like days and days and days worth of just digging with a front loader to get into like proper dirt and stuff, and run enough dirt through the plant to have money to sort of upgrade things. So eventually that series just came to the point where I would record for like half an hour to make an episode, and then I would spend the entire night, like hours upon hours upon hours, just running dirt through the plant off camera to sort of make the next episode work, or to sort of, yeah, get to the point where the next episode has to happen. And it was just, oh, it was so much work, so much work. So I just ended up not ever finishing that series. It was stupid. I mean, it would literally be days and days and days of work just to make another episode. Someone that was actually very good at Gold Rush, like in terms of with a series, he made a very entertaining series on Gold Rush. Goodness me, what was his name? I used to watch him quite a bit. Dre on YouTube. He used to do quite a bit of Gold Rush work, and I think actually what he did, if I remember correctly, is he also obviously had a lot of work that had to be done off screen. And what he ended up doing is he would like record his videos, but then if he had a lot of like digging work to do to get ready for the next episode, he would live stream it. So he would go on Twitch and then live stream himself just sitting there digging holes for about 5 hours straight. to get ready for the next episode. So that was kind of a clever idea, I guess. Not the most exciting thing to watch, but he's a fun guy, so it was sort of nice to put that on in the background. I actually did that quite a bit, where if I was working on something, I would just stick his live stream on in the background, and while I do work or whatever, and just listen to him chat away. In fact, that's kind of what I always do with live streams anyway. Even like now when I watch Quirk, or Quirkatized, I watch him a lot. He's probably the guy that I sort of watch the most at this point. I would just sort of put him on in like on the small monitor, and even though he's doing iRacing, I mean his racing is something that you should really watch, I just listen to him most of the time. I'll sort of peek over and have a look, see how he's doing, and if there's like a really good overtake or something, I would go back if it's in a VOD, or if it's live, you can sort of hear the excitement build, so then I would sort of keep an eye out for, you know, when he gets into like a good battle or something. But for the most part, I would just listen to him. Why does the keyboard work so hard? Not really sure what you mean there. I feel like that is... It has two shifts. I was just gonna say, I feel like that is a dad joke coming, and it definitely was a dad joke coming. That's pretty good. That is actually pretty good. It has two shifts. That's good. I haven't actually heard that one before. That's a good one. I'll tell Monique that one later on. She'll enjoy that. Goodness me. I'm subscribed to, or I follow one of these dad jokes Instagram pages. My goodness me, the stuff that they come up with. It is, yeah, I don't know. I'm very easily entertained with stuff like that, so yeah. That's pretty good. Monique actually has a little book where she would write down a lot of these dad jokes. Like if I found a good one somewhere, she would write them down, and then she keeps them all sort of in this little book. And my granddad, he's with dad jokes just like I am, and then when we go and visit, she'll just sit and tell him all of these dad jokes. So yeah, it's their thing. What are clouds made of? Oh my goodness. No, I don't know. What are clouds made of? Let's hear it. That's actually one of the things. Oh my goodness. Yeah. My goodness me. Mostly Linux servers, nice. Quirk actually does that quite often. He puts like a dad joke as his stream title, which I quite enjoy, and a lot of them are actually written in Monique's book. Like the one he had there the other day was, I had a fear of hurdles, but then I got over it. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. But he's actually got some really good ones. But that was one of the last ones that he used. Fantastic. Yeah, I quite enjoy them. I don't know why. They're so bad. 99% of them are so bad. But I do like them. It's better to laugh than cry, isn't it? And Monique, when she gets like a good joke, she gets so excited. It's unbelievable. she would just come running into the room and be like, David. Well, she doesn't call me David, but yeah, she would like call me up and she would be super excited, and I'd just go like, oh, here we go. What is this? So now we started doing like the TikTok videos, and genuinely for the most part she doesn't know that well, we've only done what, 3 so far, 2 or 3 so far, but those TikToks are actually like genuine reactions. It's not like the fake setup stuff that you would normally see on TikTok. Like, I don't tell her the jokes beforehand, and what I put on TikTok is the genuine first reaction that I get out of her, and I just, for some reason, really always laugh at my own jokes, probably more than what anyone else does. Even though I've heard the joke, obviously I've heard the joke and I've read the joke, I would just always have a good laugh out of them. And then she'll just look at me all funny. What's her best joke? I have no idea, but I'll tell you what I will do is I'll ask her at some point to go through her book and find her best joke, and then I'll tell it on stream. I'll do that. But talking about that, that's another joke that I picked up the other day, where the one boy asked the other boy, where was your mother born? And the boy said, Alaska. And the other boy said, oh, well, in that case, don't bother, I'll ask her myself. So, oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. But so good. What is the best joke that she told you? Oh my goodness, I don't know, there's so many, it's hard to remember all of them. Like, wait, what is the best place to hide a body? Oh my goodness, I don't know. It's hard to remember sort of like on the spot all of the jokes, but she comes up with some good ones. I don't know where she finds them though. Page 2 of Google. Oh my goodness. That... See, that is actually... That's funny because it's true. Like, whoever goes to page 2 of Google? Like, is that even a thing? Like, I mean, I probably wouldn't even go to the bottom of page 1, ever. Like, if I cannot find what I am looking for in, like, the first probably 5 or 6 results on the Google first page that pops up, I would change my search phrase. I wouldn't keep on looking. I would go back to the top and change my search to sort of maybe try and make it a bit more relevant. That's pretty good. How do 2 programmers make money? Oh my goodness. Here we go. No idea. How did 2 programmers make money? This is gonna be something. Probably don't have to fill this. I don't think there's much left. One writes viruses, the other antiviruses. That is actually a really good business model. I'm not saying no one should go and write viruses. That's bad. But, I mean, in all fairness, that's not a bad business model, actually. The thing is, what I don't get with viruses is why. Like, why? I sort of, obviously I understand the sort of the financial side of like ransomware. My mom actually was a victim of ransomware once. Luckily I did a backup of her PC literally like the previous day, so I just did a full format and put everything back to normal and that was it. But that I sort of understand because there's money involved. But why just write a virus? Why just sort of send a virus out in the world that does nothing other than destroy someone's PC? I don't get that, because as the creator, if you feel that sort of like power or whatever, you would never see the result happening. So what's the point? I don't know. I never got that. I never sort of understood that. Like, it's a different thing if you have like a virus like a ransomware, or you have something that sort of hijacks information or something like that. That's a different story. But something that just sort of crashes PCs, what's the point? Some people create viruses for fun, but they can be abused by others, not necessarily the creator. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I guess so. Because some people just want the world to burn. Yeah, I think that's literally what it is. I think some people just have a lot of hatred in them, and that's why they do stuff like that. What did the computer do at lunchtime? Had a bite. Oh my. Oh my. My. 911 watched the Dark Knight trilogy. Oh, sorry. Watch the Dark Knight trilogy. No, I haven't. Oh, Joe. Oh, Bandit. Never mind. That's a conversation that doesn't involve me. Never mind. But no, I haven't watched it either. Dark Knight. No. Yeah, I got confused there for a minute. But yeah, I don't know. Virus is just like a weird, one of those things that just, see, I've got a extremely logical mind, so stuff like that is just like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's just like, why bother? I mean, I don't have enough time to do anything that sort of is useful. Why do I want to spend time that I don't have making something that's useless? It's just like, goodness me. Yeah. Yeah, I got involved in a conversation there that definitely had nothing to do with me. And I don't even, yeah, no, yeah, yep, okay. Alright, hey. This field is massive. Absolutely humongous. We're definitely gonna sell field 2. It's because that's even bigger than these ones. Actually, I think field 3 might be bigger than field 2, possibly. Making viruses can show skills, and often there might be competitions with money prizes. Ah, see, now that's a different story then. Then, I mean, because in that case, it doesn't make it any less, like, wrong. It's still wrong, but it sort of brings an incentive into it, which kind of makes sense. And, I mean, even if it was just for, like, skill level, yeah, okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Huh. Jeez, but even competitions. That's interesting. But wasn't it a few years ago where the UK NHS got hacked? And no one could, they had ransomware on it, if I'm not mistaken, and no one could figure it out. And then like a 16-year-old went in and was able to fix it. What all of their like specialty guys couldn't. And this 16-year-old fixed it from like his bedroom. And then he got arrested for it. But then eventually got released again because the public sort of went mental because they arrested him for fixing a problem that they couldn't fix themselves. I'm pretty sure that was something like that. Most likely people hire programmers to create viruses for them. Really? Huh. For what would it be though? Would it be like, let's say I've got a tech business and I've got a really strong competitor. Would someone in that position then hire a programmer to create a virus that would like attack my company or my software or something like that? Would people actually do stuff like that? I mean, I definitely wouldn't put it past people to do that. People would do a lot of things for money, which is silly because what's the point? I haven't heard about that. Heard about something similar though. Huh. Yeah, that's a very sort of broad recap of it. Not even sure how true it is. I never sort of dove too deeply in it, but I think it was legit. I think it genuinely happened that way. I might be wrong, but something down that lines. I don't know why, but I just remember that I've got a, what's that thing called, NeoFly or something account that I created like 6 months ago for Flight Simulator, and I bought a Cessna Caravan for like $1 million. Was it $1 million? I think it might have been like $1 million or something. And I took it out on a loan, or it might have been like $700,000, and I took it out on a loan. And I'm pretty sure I've been paying that plane for like 6 months and never flew it. So I might have I don't know why I just thought of that. It just sort of popped up in my mind for some reason. So I'm pretty sure my NeoFly bank balance is at a massive loss, unless they sort of put it on hold. If like put the payments on hold if you're not actually flying. I'm not sure, but probably gonna go so far in debt that they'll just close my account. Oops. I still have my, what's the other one called? NeoFly was the sort of newer one that came out for Farming Simulator, which was, for Flight Simulator, which was actually really, really good. The original one was, what was it called? FS Economy. That's the one that I started out with, and that was quite fun as well, but oh my goodness, that was a grind. That was like a problem. I mean, NeoFly wasn't, I think it's called NeoFly. Wasn't easy, but I flew on FS Economy for probably a good year and still wasn't able to afford a plane. And I flew a lot. I think I could barely afford like a Cessna 172 or 152. FS Economy is so tough. So freaking tough. Alright, that is that done. We need to get a pressure washer as well. I don't think there's a washer on the farm. Well, a virus has to be executed. Being in the tech branch, you most likely have a very little chance of getting a virus because you... Ah, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you. You missed some on the last straight. Ah. Let's have a look. There's a little patch on the corner here, but that doesn't actually want to cover up. And then it doesn't cover on the sides at all. So that doesn't cover. And let's have a look. Oh, there's like little bits and pieces that I missed apparently. Oh yeah, but that's the ones that don't want to sort of fill in for some reason. All good. I don't know why it doesn't want to sort of take those little bits. It seems to just be all of these little bits and pieces that doesn't actually want to cover. Like on the sides as well. Right. That is mildly in the way. By the way, do you guys, for those of you who do play Farming Simulator, do you guys play with wheels or controllers or keyboard, or what do you play with? I mean, if you're on console, then most likely controller. But are there any of you that play on PC, and what do you use for sort of peripherals, I guess? Because I find it, I got so used to playing with a wheel that I find it very, very, very difficult to play with anything else. I'll head off now. Thank you for the stories and jokes. Play with the steering wheel. Nice! Potato, have a good night or a good day wherever you are in the world, and thanks for popping into the stream. I'm probably not going to be on for too much longer anyways. But yeah, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it, and we hope we'll see you again in the next one. And yeah, have a good one. Play with the wheel and joystick. Nice. Yeah, that's sort of, for me at least, that's sort of the way to go. Wheel and joystick. Oh, we need to get our weight on here. But yeah, I was just sort of wondering, because I think it would be very, very, very difficult for me to go back to like just a keyboard. And even when we just got here, and I got my, that weight doesn't seem to be heavy enough. We might need to put like a 2-ton or something on there, because the boom is quite long on this. To counteract it, we might need like twice the weight. What do they have in the shop? Yeah, when we just got here and I just started to get everything set up, I had my wheel only, no joystick, and even that I found really difficult because I got so used to the having the wheel and joystick back in South Africa. So yeah, that was I noticed it immediately. I wonder if 2.5 is too heavy. Might be a little bit over the top. That is a nice weight though, because it's got the connector as well. That's 2.3. 1.8. 2.2. 1.8 might do, but it's class though. I don't want to put a class on. 1.8. See, that's John Deere. 1.5. I don't know if 1.5 will be heavy enough. They're not that expensive. Maybe let's try a 1.5. What have we got at the moment? A 1. We've got that. Yeah, 1. Don't know if 1.5 will be enough. I use head tracking for looking around. Brilliant setup for farm sim or Euro truck or ATS. I have to say, there's one thing that I really do miss. Is I had the TrackEye R5 Pro head tracking. Probably the same that you're using. And I had that in South Africa and I sold it. Just because it was getting old and they were very difficult to get in South Africa. So I used that for probably around 5 years, and I sold it for double what I paid for it because they're so difficult to get into South Africa. And if you import them, they normally get lost in the post. So people never get them. They pay a lot of money for them and never arrive. They get stolen before they ever arrive. So I was lucky to get mine in. And I probably had mine for a good 5 or 6 years, maybe even a little bit more than that. And it was, I mean, I took very good care of it because they are quite fragile. But I sold it for more than double what I paid for it. And that's why I sold it. But I really want to get head tracking again. Even though I never used head tracking for farming, but I used it a lot for trucking and flying. VFR flying, visual flying, visual flight rules. It's amazing if you've just flying around in like a Cessna to have a look around out the windows and stuff, and also to track like to sort of keep your eye on runways and stuff when you're coming in on like a landing pattern. Fantastic. So good. And I was saying to Monique the other day again, I really want to get that again. But that'll have to wait a little while. Right, here we go. Have you heard about the bicycle that was too tired? Too tired. My goodness, right? I don't know if the too tired is the punchline. It probably is. Or is there something more to this joke? I think the too tired is the punchline. Oh my goodness. Right. I need to figure out. Yeah, for flight sim, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, for like, if you're flying commercial planes, not really. Right, okay. Yeah, so the too tired was the punchline. Oh my goodness. But yeah, for commercial flying, not really that great. In fact, I don't think I ever used it much for commercial flying because you're keeping an eye on dials and stuff like that. And they actually become quite difficult to click around on. If your head is sort of moving, it makes things difficult to sort of click on and stuff. So, but for your visual flight rules, where you're mostly just flying by hand and you're not using instruments and stuff as much, it is really good. Right. I'm thinking we could probably go for something like this. This is 2.3. This is 2.5. Maybe we should just go for the 2.5. If it's too heavy, then we'll we'll get something lighter, then we'll get like a 1.8 or something. But I think 2.5 will be fine. No. Is it right here? No, it's left and then left. Why can I not figure out where I'm supposed to go on this farm? Or on this map? I'm kind of thinking that 2.5 tons is a bit overweight for this tractor, but that's okay. We'll just sell it if we need to. My son told me his fortune cookie didn't have a fortune. Right? Let's hear it. Naturally, I replied, "That's unfortunate." Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jeez. My oh my. I wonder who actually like sits and thinks of all these jokes. Is that like a job to just sit and think about like jokes all day? Otters are more laid back than beavers. Why? They just don't give a damn. Okay, that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Oh, I'm the wrong way around. I don't give a damn. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, that's heavy. I think it's okay though. It doesn't seem to be like it's not lifting the front wheels or anything, so that's okay. We'll sell that one. $9.23. What did we pay for it? I don't think we lost much on it. Was it that one that we got? I think that's the one we got. Yeah, we lost like 100-ish on it, so... But I think this one will be fine. Let's see if I sort of hit a bump quick, if it'll lift the front wheels. It doesn't seem like it. They couldn't Waldo... why couldn't Waldo go to the gym? Because no one would spot... Oh my goodness. No one would spot him. Right. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Wait. No one was spotted. What instrument do dishonest people play? The lyre. Right. That's horrible. That's bad. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is the lime field next to us. The lime. My goodness me. This, I think I'm gonna put at the second farm. I remapped my brakes back to my clutch pedal. I always had it on my clutch pedal in Farming Simulator 19 because it's a much softer pedal. It's a lot easier to actually hit the brakes hard and to reverse and stuff as well. just so much better than the brake pedal. But then obviously Farming Simulator 22 came out with a clutch. So that was a bit of a problem, but I haven't been using the clutch even with manual gearbox. Because it seems to have some sort of a mapping issue. It doesn't pick it up correctly and it just sort of unmaps itself for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, then yesterday I was like, I don't actually use the clutch at all anymore. So I might as well map it over, because the brake, it's so difficult, especially in the roleplay series. That pickup truck that we've got has got literally cheese brakes. And you just can't stop that thing. It is... I have to absolutely smash the brake pedal. And not being in like a racing rig, that is quite difficult to do. So reversing and stuff is quite difficult as well. So I remapped it yesterday to my clutch. But now I keep on hitting the brake pedal to brake and nothing happens. I'm a huge PC building geek. Some people might even call me a CPU fan. Right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Not your worst. Not your worst. Right, I'm gonna save that. And I think we're gonna call it a night there. It's 11:45. And I think I am gonna head to bed. But yeah, no, thanks for everyone who popped into the stream. That was fun. We got some work done. And we're sitting on September 1st, $46,000. We're gonna sell field 2, so that should put us close to like $500,000. With what we've got in the bank at the moment, and we're going to spend that on some animals. So we'll get the fields going, but then when winter hits and we can't really do much, we'll sell field 2, and then we'll start buying like baling equipment and stuff, and start buying some animals and things. I don't really know what we'll get into. Probably cattle. I mean, we're going to have to like do some grass and bales and stuff like that. So it'll be a while, but at least we'll have the money to do it. Alright. What is a blind person's least favorite letter? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let's hear it. Oh, probably C. Ah, it is C. Ah, I got that one. Ah, I got that one. Yeah. Goodness me. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. So that was fun. That was good. I actually sort of wanted to... I thought I probably wouldn't go past like 11 tonight with the stream. But I just felt like keeping going. So yeah, it was good. I don't know, I'm trying to think when I'll be able to stream again. I'm probably going to spend a lot of next week doing recordings and stuff. Quite busy at work at the moment as well, so... I don't know, maybe next weekend, although possibly... Luke. Oh my goodness. I just got rickrolled in chat. Nice. Pretty good. Pretty freaking good. But I'm thinking, I think I'm off on Wednesday. I can't remember. I'll have to check. But I think I'm off on Wednesday. So I'll maybe try and stream on like Tuesday night. Because I'm not working on Wednesday, even though I'll have to get up early on Wednesday anyway. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys up to date in like Discord and stuff. Of when the next stream will be. But I've got some work to do tomorrow on a possible new series. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that goes well. But yeah. Got him. Yeah. That is actually the one of my favorite like meme sounds ever is the got him sound. It is my membership if someone becomes a member on the channel, that is the soundbite that plays. It's ha, got him. I love that. That's really good. Good stream, Dave. Catch you next time. Thanks, Bandit. Thanks for popping in. I really do appreciate it. Have a good one. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. So thanks again for everyone who popped in. I really do appreciate it. And like I say, I'll keep you guys up to date when the next one will be. It just depends sort of how I do in terms of videos and recording and editing and all of that stuff. I'm going to try and take tomorrow a little bit easy. Not going to do too much. Maybe just the one recording and maybe a bit of editing and stuff. But it's fine because the editing doesn't take too long. And when it renders, I can sort of go do some other stuff. Because it is quite time consuming. But anyway, we're going to leave it there. See you all next time. And have a good one. See you then. Bye for now.